What is going on, Don't Unfriend Me Nation? We've got a huge show, a lot to talk about. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to rock and roll. I want you to listen to Still Point. This is a medley of some of the best songs of the last 20 years done by Still Point. If you can't find value in this, then you got to wake up. Listen. Trying to post things, folks. A lot of news. Hope you enjoyed the smooth sounds of Still Point. 95.5 Dumb Nation coming through the airwaves. Sitting here with Sister Slick.
Sister Slick?
And Sledgehammer Steve. Reverberating through your soul. Man, I love Still Point. They are such a good band. All right, so we got a lot to talk about tonight. We have a whole bunch. We're diving into it. I'm putting on Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens. They're going on blast. I'm done. You know what? I'm giving up on meeting these people. I don't give a shit. We're going off tonight, and we're gonna tear the lid off of all this. Stick with us. We'll be right back. What's going on, everybody? Matthew Spear from the Don't Unfriend Me show. I am proud to announce that the Documents of Freedom are back in stock. It's a 3-book collection, leather-bound, by Arcadia Publishing. Starts out with the Bill of Rights, and it's the complete edition of the rights, so you can look up and reference anything your heart desires. Declaration of Independence, with revisions and founder images included, beautifully illustrated. And last but not least, what would Documents of Freedom be without the Constitution of the United States of America in its entirety? The box is handmade by PFC Flags, custom engraving, all 100% made in the USA from the nails to the glue. And we have a 5-star rating, satisfaction guaranteed, 150 sold, 5 stars or better. It is so important, especially in today's society, to ensure that the younger generation has these books available in the future. Get them for your family and friends, available right now. Head on over to thedumbshow.com/books. Thanks so much.
Howdy, y'all. This is Damani Felder. These are perilous times in American history, and now more than ever, we need individuals who are willing to wage war on the ideological battlefield with like-minded individuals. And I can think of no better place to start than my friends at the Don't Unfriend Me show. So thank you for being here, and enjoy the show.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
Jimmy Kimmel out. Loser said what? So happy.
Okay. That's what it says right
Just
there.
tell me.
No credible report that he has been fired. However, there's current news that his show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, has been suspended indefinitely. That's what it says. Let me look up some other things.
So what are you guys hearing? Are you hearing fired, or are you hearing suspended? Would like to know.
24 minutes ago, ABC pulls Jimmy Kimmel off air for Charlie Kirk comments.
Loser said what? Loser said what? I'm posted. Here it goes. Kimmel fired. Breaking news. Schedule. Publish now. You know what? I might get some shit. There it is. There's the post. Look at that. Breaking news. Kimmel fired. You
Bummer.
What a son of a bitch.
So upset right now.
What a motherless hooker.
He now can go jump on trampolines with girls.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do that anymore. So welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. We'll cover a little bit about Kimmel. New angle. We got an extra camera because this one, we didn't like the resolution. So this one covers the 3 seats. This is where like the most we'll have here until we get Laura Logan in the house. Oh, say what? Welcome to the Dumb Show, Matt and Olivia. So
I'm a little off-centered, aren't I?
Yeah, that's because.
No, I'm in my normal spot.
Hayden, can you call your daughter? Ethan.
Here comes Ethan.
Somebody.
Because I hit the camera with my head before.
Yeah, we'll get it fixed. Hey, bud, do me a favor. Just grab the bottom of that camera right there, and you want to push it towards mom. The first camera. Grab the bottom of. Yep. Don't touch the camera. Touch the pole. Don't knock the other camera over. Push it towards mom. No, towards mom, buddy. Is it pushing the other camera, son?
Pushing the other camera.
Okay, I need you to get your sister. I need you to run. Okay. Yeah, no walkie-walkie.
I decided
Turn off the light. Turn off the light. I
was moving some cables before the show, and I decided to get up real fast, and I hit my head on the cameras.
Yep. John Sundell, subscribe. We got a lot of people on right now. It's going to be a huge night. I can already tell. It's going to be a good night. You guys got to give us a second. We got to get Olivia's camera fixed.
Mm-hmm. Did we scrap the RE20?
Just sure up 7B. I understand why we're asking about the RE20.
The camera. Isn't that I don't know. That's just.
RE20 is a mic.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Dave Banwell wanted to know on Rumble. Maybe he's talking about the lens?
No, an RE20 is not a lens. It's a mic.
Look
at mom's camera. It needs to be, hey, look at me. Look at me. The pole needs to move this way. And then the camera needs to be turned that way. You see, it needs to go, but if it does, it's going to knock the other camera off. So you need to pull the camera. No, do it from here so I can watch you do it. That camera needs to be pushed. No. That camera needs to be pushed. Good. More. Push it more. Okay, now you need to spin it. Use the spin circle. Yep, good girl. And you're going to have to re-level it. Keep going. Here, let me get you full joy. Hold on a second, sweetie. Let me get you full joy. Honey, wait. Wait. No, you don't know what you need to do. And that's why I know more than you. So do what I say. God, you're such a woman. I'm not supposed to have two. Yeah. Bring down right side. Now the whole thing go forward. Throw it forward. Stick it. Bring up. Hey, you need to tighten it a little bit. You're wobbling too much. We got to hurry, honey. We're live. We have a shit ton of people on. It's not level at all. It's not even remotely close to level. It's not close. It's not close. It's not close. It's not close. Now it is. Stick it. You're done. Oh, why are you such a failure? You can do whatever
we love
you
our children.
You can do whatever you want on your last day of life. Are you done? Let me take a look. Let's see. It's okay. It's good enough.
We'll fix it later.
Whatever. It's what I expect from you.
You are more than welcome to hit him as you go by.
If it was Ethan, it'd probably be perfect. Get out of here. I love you. You're a great kid. Say it. Dude, listen, even when you move out, you still can't talk that shit because I'm always going to be bigger. I'm always going to be stronger. I'm always going to be smarter. That's not true. You're smarter. You're better looking too, but I'll be bigger. But I'll be.
We'll see when he's 80 on a cripple.
Oh yeah, you'll smother me for sure when I'm. Oh yeah, you'll put a pillow over my head. I know it's coming. Close the door.
Am I in the will?
Am I in the will?
Put a pillow over your head.
Oh, I love my kids.
Oh, my
I love them.
goodness.
I love them so much. All right. Earth colors look good on Olivia, doesn't she? Does she look beautiful? All right. So
Thank you, everyone.
So donations need to be reset. I'll do that right now.
them.
I know you did. I need to reset them. Reload the widget, and we're at 0. So you guys go to thedumbshow.com. Remember, we've got. I got to go through this. I know we'll stay a little later tonight.
I apologize for the spamming. I spammed all of our links and stuff at the beginning of the show.
So
it's the only time it'll happen.
That's okay. Yeah, and we'll do a little. No, we're not. We're not gonna be able to do any advertising. So the shirts, the Charlie Kirk shirts, they are on the website. You can go right now and go pick them up. We've got coffee mugs. We've got everything. We're not trying to make a profit off that. We're obviously donating to TPUSA with the proceeds. So go get yourself a new shirt. Only us and I think Officer Tatum are doing proceeds to TPUSA. Why? Because we're not trying to make money off Charlie's death. Unlike some people who we're going to talk about tonight, and I'm done. Listen, I understand we're not huge, but I'm throwing these people under the bus. And you know what? I challenge them. I dropped the Tucker Carlson. You want to come on, dude? I would love to chat with you. Candace Owens, I would love to chat with you. I don't think you'll take me on though, because the problem is that there is a hierarchy inside this community, and you guys think that you're at the top of it, and I'm here to tell you that you're not. You're not. And just because you have the most viewers and the corporate sponsorships, you then are, by definition, elitists. And we're going to talk about that tonight because honestly, I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired. I'm not gonna kiss people's asses who sit here and try to profit off Charlie Kirk's death. And that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. And I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. So we've got so much to do tonight. If you have not had a chance, the Documents of Freedom are still available. I think I got 3 sets left. 3 sets. You saw the video. Go pick it up. Get the Constitution, Bill of Rights, everything else. All right, let's get started for tonight. Jimmy Kimmel. Let's make sure everyone's like, no, he was suspended. Listen, if his show was shut down, then that's millions of dollars in advertising they threw away. He's gone. Oh, yeah, he's toast. Yep. Breaking news. Jimmy Kimmel fired. Oh. You know what? I don't like people like that, like doxing and stuff. I'm not okay with, but shitheads, I'm totally cool. Jimmy Kimmel should have lost his job a long time ago. He is a biased propagandist, and now he's gone. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. All right. Now, Liv,
Yes.
first of all, phone number. It's going to be in the top left-hand corner, and it's bold so people can see it, okay? No more complaining. What's the phone number? It's 276-200-2105. The only rule is if we're in a video, try not to call. But if you want to call in, call in. We want to talk to you. We've had Democrats call in. We've had, let's see, we had Ramon call in, an African-American guy. Oh, Liv, that's right on your face. That's what she said. Let's see.
Put over your head.
No, but the star of the show needs to be seen.
I'm the star of the show. Not the pretty face. I am the face of the show.
You're the ass of the show. You've got a great ass. Ferocious, ain't I? My Al Pacino, it's getting pretty good. That was good though, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
My Al Pacino's kicking in there. I haven't even practiced that in like 20 years. Well, that's not true.
So I have something real quick to say before we start.
It's better to burn out than fade away?
No.
Oh.
Running into stationary objects can be painful, according to a recent poll.
God, you're lucky you're hot. You're so lucky you're hot. So lucky. Folks, just to let you know, we're going to talk about donations right now, and then we're not going to talk about it again until probably after 8:30. And what you're going to see is a little thing pop up, and it's going to say goal. Time left to hit goal, 20, whatever minutes it would be. It's going to be 30. We're going to try to get it at that point. We don't want to talk about it the whole show. So if we can get it early, that'd be great. Please, let's just get it early. Wouldn't that be nice to get donations early and out of the way so we can have a great night and do some overtime? All right, 150 on, we're ready to cook. Everybody's ready. Yes. We do, like the first 15, 20 minutes of the show is kind of introduction. And it allows everybody to get on. Just get in here and stop being an ass, Cat. And now we're going to get started. All right, so last night, Olivia and I had a chance to watch Megyn Kelly. And this is a 20-minute video. We're not going to do it, even though staring at Megyn Kelly for 20 minutes again is certainly not a bad thing.
Biggest eye roll in history.
You think she's hot.
I do.
You're the one that said, I remember what you still don't even start with me. You pretend like you're offended, whatever. She walked in the door, you'd be like, oh, screw you, loser. To me.
A crown.
You'd be like, Megyn, would you like a drink? Or 5? So Megyn Kelly had 3 guests on, and I got to give these guests credit. Like,
they just didn't say one word.
No, and because when Megyn Kelly speaks, you shut up and listen. I mean, that's, and I don't think I'll ever have that, but she has that command. But she wanted to talk about Charlie Kirk. Now let me explain something. I am not Charlie Kirk. I am not Megyn Kelly. I'm not Candace Owens. I'm not Tucker Carlson. And I don't have any information whatsoever to give you from an insider's perspective. What I have is common sense. I've dealt with multi-billion-dollar contracts in my life. I've negotiated million-dollar contracts in my life. I've sold and developed marketing for million-dollar contracts, and I understand how the marketing world works. Now, would you do me a favor? Mm-hmm. Would you scoot over 3 inches to me?
To you?
Yeah. Thanks. Okay, now you're centered. Okay. So here's what we need to know and understand is Israel itself, it has a marketing department. Just like the United States has a... Are you looking at our animals? Mm-hmm. I can't... What are you guys doing? What are you... Leave them alone. Leave her alone. Go sit down in your spot, Ashela. Lay down now. No, get off. Don't give me that look. Just get your ass down. Our animals are great. Animals are great. And dun, 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 dun. Okay. So Israel has a marketing department. The United States has a marketing department. Our marketing department is also attached to war bonds. It's all about patriotism and American pride. And there are people who sell flags. There are people who go into schools. There's people who go into businesses and try to create veterans groups. The United States has a marketing department too. And yes, Israel influences American politics, just like every country does. And Israel, although they spend the most, they kind of have to with their reputation and the things that people have said about the Jews and the history that they have. They have a very bad reputation with people because there's a lot of people who hate them, Muslims. And that's a whole lot of people. But Israel itself, they have a PR department, especially when we're in conflicts and war, and especially when they are. Now, Olivia, we've had influencers come in and we've had vendors try to come in and offer us money on the show to promote product, right?
Yes.
And we have a couple sponsors, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do the sponsors control the content of this show?
No.
No. But can they influence it?
Yes.
Yes. And they have tried. I've been told you have to have this person put them on. I've been told, hey, I need you to share this for me. But it's not twisting my arm and saying, Matt, you do this or else. It's, hey, we pay you a certain amount of money and we would like you to do this for us if you believe that it fits the program. And I have been acquiesced to those requests. One was sharing the wristband guy who we had the veteran wristbands. Another one was having a conversation about fentanyl, which I thought was extremely important. And that's what we get paid to do. But I have final say on what goes onto my show and what doesn't. And I will quit if anyone tried to force me to do a certain thing. Now, let's put this in perspective. Israel, Netanyahu, the PR department from Israel, they have a responsibility to continue to have positive influence in the United States and other countries to gain support for their ongoing struggles of survival. It's just absolutely true. Asking Charlie Kirk to come to Israel and kind of kiss the wall and see the camps and go through the history of all this. Again, this re-education process is what Candace Owens calls it. It's what Tucker Carlson. Isn't it interesting how they keep using language? Why don't they just call it a concentration experience? So there are many people who've done it. There's senators who've had to go do it because they're asked to. And it would be very similar to Native Americans talking about their history or showing the museums where there are people before the United States came and trying to keep their culture alive to gain support in Congress for reservations. Nobody bats an eye at that. Of course, Native Americans do that. Of course, the African American population does that. Of course, NAACP does that. ACLU does that. Planned Parenthood does it. NRA does it. Everybody does it. But when the Jews do it, it's somehow nefarious. It's somehow that the Jews are trying to, yeah, right, Johnson. That's right. That's right. It's for their genocide. Right. That's right. That's exactly true. That's exactly what they want to do. So when they do those things and other countries do those things or causes, nobody bats an eye. But when the Jews do it, it's a big problem. There's a very big difference between blackmailing Charlie Kirk and saying, do this or else. And if you don't do it, the money that we give you and the support that we give you, we will have to reconsider. There's a difference also on the B side, which would be we're going to give you an exuberant amount of money to recommit to us for the next 10 years, and here's the money. Or we're going to have you assassinated. Three very big, ban this Johnson Balls guy. Fuck this.
Okay.
Yeah, he's that little pussy that keeps coming back.
Got him.
So they have a choice between those three things. Does that make much sense? We're either going to give you a lot of money, we're not going to give you any money, or we're going to kill you. There's a very big difference between all three. And let me tell you, A and B is probable that one of those two things happened. They either offered Charlie Kirk more money, or they leaned on him and said, you profit from us. We support you. We give you money. We're a sponsor. And some of the things you're doing, we don't like. And you need to stop. Now, You say that to most people, and they're going to jump through hoops. And they're going to peddle whatever you want because they don't want to lose their sponsors. There are people who would not do that, and I believe Charlie Kirk is one of them. And so am I. The one thing I know is I know how much Charlie Kirk charges for his sponsorships. I happen to have 3 different companies and 3 different friends who've used Charlie Kirk for advertising. I know how much he charges. In fact, I went ahead and bought some of the marketing pieces from TPUSA, but more importantly, Charlie Kirk's show with a coffee brand that I used to run marketing for. I know how much he charges. I also have a good friend who promoted his book and got him on. And I know how much money that is. Mom, do you see him? Ban him. Every time he comes on. Don't let him on.
Okay.
Until he calls in. Stops being a see
I
you
don't
next
have
Tuesday.
him up here. That's
He's on
why.
Facebook.
I know, but he's not up here. I don't have him.
Well, did you ban him a second ago?
I did. I banned the Johnson guy.
Okay, then I don't want to see his name again. But
Okay.
you see
Yeah,
Johnson balls or any balls, just ban him immediately. Don't
Yeah,
even
no,
let him.
he's banned. You can still see his comments.
You're not
They're
listening
just
to me.
here.
He's going to come back.
Yeah, I know.
I want him
He's
gone.
He's gone.
I never want to see him again.
Yeah.
Every time he comes on, I don't even want you to have me ask. He's
Okay.
gone. You delete him, even if it's somebody who remotely sounds like this guy, until he calls in and is a man.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
So there's some people who get to interact, and there's some people who don't. And they don't get to interact if they don't call in.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to be cowards, I'm not giving them airtime. All right. So that is 100% the way it works. Now, if I said McDonald's was sponsoring us, and then, God, allergies. McDonald's is sponsoring us, and then all of a sudden I start putting on vegan solutions and vegetable-based meat. Do you think McDonald's would call and say, "Hey, can you stop doing that?"
Yes, I would assume they would.
And then I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Well, you need to stop." Well, I'm not going to. Well, here's more money if you do, or here's less money if you don't, or we're going to assassinate you. Charlie Kirk was an avid Zionist, and he loved the Jews. He loved that. I can show you hundreds of clips of him espousing wonderful things. Can you have the kids bring in Kleenex? Wonderful
Yes.
things about Israel and nice things about Netanyahu. But it doesn't mean he didn't question things. It doesn't mean we all don't question things. Every one of us has questions. We have questions about Donald Trump sometimes. Does that mean that we're not loyal to Donald Trump? I've questioned Donald Trump. Does that mean I'm not loyal to Trump? I've questioned Tucker. I've questioned Candace. I've questioned pretty much everybody in the business at one point or another, and they can question me. Does that mean we're disloyal to each other? No, it doesn't. So am I shilling for the Jews? Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. And all the glorious money that we don't get from Israel. I can disclose I've worked with the IDF in the military. I can disclose that I have friends in Israel who give me information. But in no way, shape, or form am I connected to the IDF. Am I connected to Mossad, or am I connected to Israel in any way, shape, or form? And any relationships that I've cultivated have been either through service or business or this site. And I can tell you that money on this topic is the biggest concern. Money is absolutely the motivating factor for what you're hearing. Because here's the thing. His body isn't even cold yet. And Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Taylor Greene, the people who I warned you about, who I told you, said, watch out for Candace Owens. She's not real. Something happened when she got married to that guy. After her baby, something's up. And what happened? You saw it. And I told you about Marjorie Taylor Greene, and look what she's doing with Massey. And look how she's turning on Trump left and right. And she is now jumping into the anti-Semitic trope. And why? Well, because there's money in it. There's a shit ton of money in it. Because there's a very large contingency of people on the internet who are completely anti-Israel. Charlie Kirk talked about this. Megyn Kelly talked about this yesterday when she said that anyone under 30, there are no more 30-year-old and younger people who support Israel. She said young people don't support Israel. That's what she said. Those were her words. And Charlie expressed concern to the people who he was in contact with when it came to the representation of Israel and how Jews were portrayed by Charlie Kirk. And he expressed concern that a lot of his younger contingency, which was most of his audience, were not supportive of Israel. And he was concerned about it. Doesn't Charlie Kirk have a right to do that? Doesn't Charlie Kirk have a right to say that? Sure. Was he frustrated? Sure. Have I been frustrated with vendors? Yeah. Just because it's Israel doesn't mean that they assassinated him. Doesn't mean that there's a giant plot. Because the same people who are telling you this are the same people that told you about Jewish space lasers, are the same people that Iran and the nuclear reactors that we hit and the uranium and spinning was all completely fake and not real. That the Jews are committing genocide. That there's 450,000 Gazans who've been killed, which would mean half of Gaza is dead. And they just happen to all be kids and journalists, if you didn't know. Kids and journalists. That's all that dies. Hospitals, kids, and journalists. It's all the people. Never any bad people. Nope. Not one Hamas is. Nope. No bad people have ever died. It's all kids and journalists. They came out today. 35 journalists were killed. 35. Nagat doesn't have 35. Australia doesn't have 35. Best I can do right now, spent too much for new restaurant. No, Jesus, $5 is enough. Means a lot.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
But we do need to get the donations in, folks, because we can't keep dragging feet here when it comes to this thing and doing this at the last minute. It helps out. So please, if you can do it, do it. If you can't. A lot of people wait. Don't wait. Because giving is contagious. When people are like, hey, one person does it, then everyone pitches in, then we hit the damn thing. We don't have to talk about it the rest of the night. So we're gonna watch some videos. And yes, I'm gonna bring in Nick Fuentes, because Nick Fuentes, the bipolar son of a bitch, little Mexican homosexual that he is. And listen, I have actually a warm spot in my heart for Nick Fuentes. I'm not gonna lie. I have a warm spot in my heart for a lot of people who I just want to strangle. I don't think Nick's going to be like this for his whole life. I really don't. And I think the great thing about Nick is he's very much like Bill Maher, is that he says the right thing when he needs to. And he did. But he went off on this giant tangent, literally how he said he screwed TPUSA like a baby. And he owns it. And it's been infiltrated by groypers. And let's be honest, it kind of has. But then he comes back and he says, you people are nonsense. We're going to talk about that. Let me show you a couple clips, and then we'll get into this conversation even more. First thing I want to show you. Oh, God, there's so much tonight. Oh, so many good things. We got to go through the letter. The text message that the guy wrote to his lover. Let's go into Nick Fuentes talking about Candace Owens. Candace Owens is all over. And guess what? Candace Owens says that she has texts from Charlie Kirk. A lot of people do. A lot of people got texts who were not a big fan of Israel to debate Charlie Kirk at AMPAC and TPUSA. And he sent out a generic text to people and said, join me. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying because he wanted people to debate him, Therefore, he was anti-Israel and anti-Netanyahu. It's the farthest thing from the truth. He wants Marjorie Taylor on there so he can debate her. They want Dave Smith so they can debate him. They want these people like Tucker so they can debate him. But the thing is Candace was very good friends with Charlie. And Charlie's friends are not corroborating this story that she's saying. Here is Nick Fuentes, 3 minutes. Not all of you love him, but it is an interesting listen. So let's do that real quick. Thank you, Holly, for subscribing. Let me get this video up. All right, let's listen to this. And this is probably the truth. If you don't know who Nick Fuentes is, Nick Fuentes is not a fan of Jews. Not a fan of black people. He is, yes, most assuredly a white nationalist. Yes, he has said some controversial things. I am not a fan. I have a special place in my heart because one day I believe that this kid will pull his head out of his ass and grow up and be a decent human being. I have all the faith in the world. But until that happens, this is at least important because if anyone was going to be saying that the Jews killed Charlie Kirk, it would be Nick Fuentes, right? Here it is. Whoops. Thanks, Liv.
Candace Owens to produce, and if there is...
And I implore Candace Owens to produce evidence, but you know what she's going to do? She's going to put it behind a paywall, or she'll stick it on a Netflix special, or she'll make a 9-part documentary like she did about Macron's wife's dick. And she'll stick it behind a paywall and make you pay for it. Just like Dinesh D'Souza did with the crime of the century. What was it? 27 mules or some shit? 20 mules later, whatever his stupid thing was. And the greatest story never told. For $29.99. For a limited time only, you can get a promotional sleeve that's laser engraved by Dinesh D'Souza. Act now. Yeah, I remember.
If there's any evidence, I would implore Candace Owens to produce it. Candace Owens, Max Blumenthal, you are insinuating that Israel had a hand in Charlie Kirk's murder. That's what you're...
Nick Fuentes defending Israel. It's a monumental moment. And just because I disagree with 99.9% of what he says, I have to 100% agree with him here. Not because he's thinking like I'm thinking, but because he's right.
Doing. If you have evidence, you must produce it. I saw Candace on her show today. She said, if you keep pushing me, then I will name more names. No, it doesn't work like that. You don't get to insinuate that a foreign government killed a high-profile American citizen and then say, I'm going to release the evidence under these conditions. Nah, you need to release the evidence now.
Yes, you do.
She says that she has a copy of the letter that Charlie Kirk sent to Netanyahu. You need to produce that letter. Sorry.
Yep, agreed.
You can't drag it out on your show for clicks. Oh, more receipts tomorrow, more receipts behind the paywall, more receipts any day. No, sorry, you got it. Put up or shut up now.
If Nick could be like this, I understand he's big. He's got a lot of influence. He got 500,000 people watching him. So does Candace. And he doesn't have the corporate endorsements. But if he could just do this, he'd be unstoppable because he's got the capability. You're seeing it right here. He should be calling these people out, call out these shills, call out the grifters. And when it comes to people on the radio and podcasters, he is self-made. You just need to understand that. He's self-made. I don't like Nick when he starts doing the bullshit about blacks and Jews. He's doing it for clicks himself. He knows that. But this Nick is a dangerous Nick. And if I knew him, I'd pull him to the side and I'd have a conversation with him and hope he would listen and just say, dude, please, there's a time and a place for this. But during the most crucial times and moments, you are excellent at what you do. Be that person all the time. Patrick Bet-David said the same thing because it's the truth.
It's getting Charlie Kirk's own pastor Turning Point USA is saying it's getting to be offensive almost.
Yes.
So, you know, for someone that wants to get to the bottom of everything and overturn every rock and produce all the receipts, she's not being very forthcoming. Stop with the games.
Yes.
Show us the evidence you have or stop.
Wow.
Stop insinuating that there are things out there that the public doesn't know. You need to disclose what you have.
Yeah,
if you
amen.
have something that would implicate Israel, everyone needs to see that. Everyone needs to know that. Why withhold it?
Money. We know why.
I saw that clip this evening. She said, if they don't stop coming for me, I'm going to name more names.
That's right.
And
That's
so
right.
if they stop coming for you, you're going to sit on them forever?
Yep.
You're going to withhold the information indefinitely? What is that?
You've heard it here first. A third generation German who was related to Albert Speer and also had grandmother Schwartz. I guess that would make me Jewish too.
Oops, sorry.
Put that anywhere, baby.
Yep, sorry.
Agrees with Nick Fuentes wholeheartedly. I'm almost done, baby, and I want you to chime in.
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I don't like her whole deal. So, you know, the Max Blumenthal thing, I thought maybe there was something there, but his credibility is in shambles.
Yes.
After Bill Ackman put out, and I don't even like Bill Ackman. I mean, I've been talking about Bill Ackman for the past year and a half. Until I'm blue in the face, I've been talking about Bill Ackman, how he shifted to the right after October 7th. He took out Claudine Gay. I mean, we've been all over that guy. Not a fan. But I was also not a fan of Charlie Kirk.
He was not.
And they are mischaracterizing that meeting. They lost credibility on that. It was disingenuous. If there's anything else that they have, now would be the time.
That's right. All right. Now, it doesn't mean that now that I showed you that Nick Fuentes is my best friend and I'm a groiper. $21.10, Amy Bordeaux. The broken clocks are right twice a day. Thank you, Amy, for your donation. We love you. But that is spot on. And it's what I've been saying. Show the evidence or shut up.
Exactly.
You know something about Jewish space lasers? Show us. Show us. Stop talking. I'm sick of these people who are talking. I'm an expert. You're not an expert. I'm an expert in knowing when people are full of shit. Joseph Hillstrom, 2110. Missed all of you. Keep up the good fight for truth. Joseph, thank you. It's been a while.
Yes.
Joseph, where you been? Where's Tuner at?
I don't know.
Tuner.
Still mourning the loss over Canada.
No, I heard
Stanley
he was
Cup.
mad. I heard Tuner was mad at us for some reason. I don't know why. It could have been the Amy fallout. They were good friends, but I miss Tuner. Here you go. I'm not here to try to discredit and tell you that Candace Owens is crazy. I think I've already achieved that. What I'm here to tell you is that this woman is, let me give you a veteran's perspective, okay? You shouldn't speak of the dead unless you have something good to say. And maybe that's my time in Japan that I picked that up. But I try not to speak ill of the dead. And if I do have to, it's going to be purposeful. And there's going to be a reason, and it's going to be as truthful as I can. She is tarnishing the name of Charlie Kirk. She's not helping him. She's bringing him into her narcissistic delusions posthumously. And you know what? Sue me, bitch. I don't fucking care. I will make more. If you sue me, I'll make more money. Come after me.
She doesn't have any money to sue us.
Well, she's got to deal with France.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All that money, any money's going to the France.
I will tell you this. Candace Owens is a toxic opportunist. And I was fooled. And like, I know people who know her. Damani has been like, listen, I don't agree with everything she says, blah, blah. And I'm not going to speak. Damani's going to be here next week. He'll tell us what he thinks. Damani's going to have a chance to tell us what he thinks. And yeah, at this point, you have lowered your reputation lower than snake shit. There's no respect. None. I don't respect you as a peer. I don't respect you as an equal. I don't respect you as a conservative. And she said today, the only people who can make me shut up are my husband. Honey, how the hell do I get you to learn that? Can you go call Candace and take one of her seminars or something?
No.
She said, my husband or Erica Kirk. Erica Kirk is not going to call Candace Owens and tell her to shut up. That's not what Charlie Kirk would want. That's not what he would say. And honestly, I don't think she cares about it. But the fact that you're sitting here and you're pretending that somehow Charlie Kirk needs you to defend him, he needs you to attack and tear down the leftist propaganda in this country, and that's what you should be doing. Instead, you're dividing Charlie Kirk and his work and what he believed in for your profit. It baffles me. Here it is.
It is shocking to me how when I'm not even trying to look into Israel, they pop up in everything. I think this is the reason why we don't get to open the Epstein files. You don't get to open the JFK files. Parking aside America, other countries too. You investigate anything. I mean, I'm investigating Brigitte Macron and Israeli blackmail comes up in Morocco. Everything that's being introduced by Zionists, right, and into our society, gambling, a major vice, but drugs, prostitution, sex pornography. We Jews love pornography because we hate Catholics and we hate Jesus and allows us to crush the church. They want to make you guys think that this culture is okay, because then they can subjugate your culture. It was convenient for Israel, by the way, when the towers went down. It was just convenient for Israel that JFK got shot. They shot JFK in an open car, so there's not, he's a sitting president. Obviously my security doesn't really matter. If they want me, they're gonna get me. That's not a normal thought process to have. We don't have that about any other country in the world, except for the one that, took over ours. And that's the truth, okay? We are an occupied nation. This is a state that has a hexagram on their flag. Okay, they're even lying about the history of the Star of David. It's a hexagram. It's a cult. Killing Christians. You've always been killing Christians, and you've always been pointing the finger at Muslims. So everyone's awake to that now. So you got a little bit more than a PR problem, Bill Ackman. It is an occult nation. There's no question about that. Everything that they are involved in is occult. As the leaders are coming together to find peace, right? Finally, everybody's coming to the table after 3 years of murdering young Ukrainian men. And I think we all recognize that the person that has the most power over all of our nations at this moment is Bibi Netanyahu. Of course, he's the boss. He's the big boss, Bibi. And he's going to decide when and if and exactly at what moment these wars are going to be allowed to end. Like, oh my gosh, we have to make sure that a Holocaust never happens. We have to support Israel. Nope. Now we are reading the books. We're learning about how you've executed this. You've blindfolded the entire world to what you are. And what I think you might be is possessed by a real demon. I'm Catholic. I believe in demons. And Netanyahu's
Catholic now.
Very clearly a demon. And any person that supports him, you are a part of a totally demonic enterprise. I just want to be clear. Anything happens to me, blame the Zionists. 1000% blame the Zionists. These characters are just being inserted into places to serve Israel. That makes Israel the master of the universe. And now, does all of this mean that Bibi Netanyahu and that this somehow proves that Israel was involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk? No, we have no evidence of that. We can't say that because there is no evidence of that.
Then why are you saying it?
But I don't like little lies. What happens in the Hamptons is not going to stay in the Hamptons, okay? Bring in our movie poster. I know what you did this summer. It is shocking to me how when I'm not...
She's got it. You can't just hit pause on her for her to shut up. It takes a little bit. Go ahead.
Who is Bill Ackman?
Okay, we're not going down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
But just understand, I told you, I try to explain it simple, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't get into full depth of people and I'm not going to, because I just PR marketing for Israel. That's the way you got to look at it.
Got it. Okay.
There are some very rich people who it's in their best interest for Israel to continue to remain in the positive light. And they're taking a lot of negative press right now. And they should take some negative press. Let's be honest. They should. But I told you what was going to happen. This is war. And everybody takes negative press in war. Look what happened in the United States. Look at Desert Storm, and then look at SHIELD. Then look at OIF and OEF, and look at how many people did not support us. How many countries stayed out of Desert 2?
Yeah.
Because they were like, no, you're not doing this again. So it absolutely. Mom?
Yes. Lee Wilson, really enjoy.
Liv,
What? I'm sorry.
I asked you to pay attention to something in chat.
Got him. Sorry.
You need to pay attention, please.
That's
Lee
bad.
Wilson donated $20. Can you tell me what Lee Wilson said? I got distracted by fuckstick.
Yes. Sorry, I was putting the donation in when
Don't
it
put it in.
up.
Watch the screen for me. Donations can wait a little bit. We need to get the. We need to get.
Said,
we need to get
really
that stuff
enjoy and appreciate what your team is doing. Thank you, Lee. The good, the bad, and the ugly on YouTube.
Okay, so do me a favor, Liv.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to have Facebook up,
Mm-hmm.
and I need you to focus on Facebook, please,
Okay.
because this person's distracting me now,
Okay.
and yeah, I'm done with it.
Okay.
So he needs to be blocked the moment he comes on.
Okay.
And like the moment he says anything, he needs to go.
Okay.
Cool. And it's not that he's getting on my nerves. It's that he's too much of I can't stand cowardice. I can't stand people calling the show, have an opinion, say something. They need to go. So that's the first step of this. Then you've got to go into what Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing. And we had talked about this too. Marjorie Taylor Greene decided to release this today. And it says, message August 27th at 8:11, you should speak at AmFest. Would you want to also do a debate about AIPAC? With me, no pressure. We'll do whatever you want. Not with me, no pressure. We'll do whatever you want. So what he was saying is he wanted to host a debate with AIPAC, which is the Jewish Political Action Committee for Israel that gives money to our politicians, and saying it doesn't have to be with me to debate me, but you'll debate somebody, and then somebody else will debate for AIPAC, and we'll kind of get some things out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This text went to a bunch of different people. There's multiple people who got this text. And supposedly a lot of people told Charlie, hey, you can't have Tucker Carlson there. And of course, with Charlie Kirk, the way he is, what do you think that's going to make him say, Liv?
Want Tucker more.
Want Tucker more. And I'd be the same way. What do you mean I can't have Damani on? I'm going to go get Damani. So this is what Marjorie Taylor Greene's Jewish Space Lasers said. Oops. Sorry. I always do that to that window. Oh, I hate turds. I just can't stand those people. Just those little yutzes that just can't pick up the phone and have a conversation. They got to troll. They got to just fucking keep coming back because they're obsessed and their lives are fucking meaningless. Charlie Kirk invited me to speak at AmFest a few weeks ago before he was martyred. This was after I called for AIPAC to register under FARA and said that the nuclear-armed secular government of Israel was committing genocide in Gaza and killing innocent children, Christians, and people. He asked if I wanted to debate about AIPAC, not because, but made it clear not against him. He said we, him, TPUSA, would do whatever I want on the issue. If you don't know who to believe Bibi Netanyahu, a foreign country's leader, and Charlie's personal friends, Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson. I'm posting my last text message with Charlie. That's it. So here's Marjorie Taylor Greene, the ever opportunist, depending who pays her the most money, whether it's Kevin McCarthy or another PAC. And it depends if she's up for re-election. Yeah, listen, I'm doing damage to myself. I know that. If you guys don't think I know that, I'm hurting myself. I'm hurting my chances of going on Fox. I'm hurting my chances of ever being invited on any of these people's show. And I don't fucking care anymore because I'm sick. You're not worth it. You're not worth my time. You have been grifting off of Israel for 2 fucking years. I said 2 things on October 8th. Do you remember what they were, Liv?
We're going to find out who...
Well, do the first one first. What about Israel? What's Israel going to do?
They're going to blow Gaza up into smithereens.
There'll be no Gazans left, is what I said. They're going to annihilate everyone. And they're going to give them a 30-day lenience. They'll pop Whiskey Pete right over their head, or Willie Pete right over their head, white phosphorus, give them warnings, pamphlets, and then they're going to nuke them into hell. That's what they did. And the second thing I said.
The second thing is you're going to find out people's true colors and who really does not like Jewish people.
You're going to find out how much the world hates the Jews. There you go. October 8th. Mock me. Go back to October 7th when we covered it, and then watch the show right after. That's the first thing I said to everybody.
You did.
Livia was on, Leroy was on, and this is exactly what's happened. So this isn't going to do me any good. And, people are going to come on. You're a Jew lover. You're a Zionist. Yeah, I'm all whatever. It doesn't. What I am is that's just deflecting from the truth. The truth is that Candace Owens has been doing this for 2 years. Tucker Carlson has been doing this for about a year because he got off the Russia thing because nobody really bought into it. He tried to get the RT people who read RT Times and Russian Times and tried to grab those people who were sympathetic to Putin, but there weren't enough of them. So he tapped into Nick Fuentes' audience. He tried to emasculate Nick and tear him down and try to get the Groypers to come to him. That was a mistake. Tucker doesn't have the numbers that he did. And Tucker is striving for relevance. So what has he literally programmed for the last 463 days? Out of 463 days, 420 of them have been about Jews. Yes, chef. PayPal's fixed. Listen to what I just told you. The last 467 days, 420 some odd of them, Tucker Carlson has talked about Jews. I showed you the video. I showed you the cut. It's all he talks about. Why? Well, because he's getting money for it. We know he's getting, just like Charlie was getting money from Israel, and there were donations to TPUSA. Of course there were. I'll take donations from Israel. But there's also people who are contradictory to them. One of the largest contributors into America and politicians is not just AIPAC, it's also Qatar or Qatar. And this is where he gets the name Tucker Carlson, because he's taking money from people who oppose Israel. So he's going to put on anti-Israel shit. And you guys think it's news. It's not news. It's advertising. It's commercials. It's daytime TV to get you to pick a side. Because the youth movement in this country is pushing away from Israel because of people like Nick Fuentes, people like Stu Peters, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, people like Thomas Massey, who don't like Jews. And that's fine. They have every right not to like Israel. They can hate them. It doesn't matter. But the point is there's a struggle for viewership. There's a struggle for information. There's an information war going on out there. And people are taking sides, and they're telling you that it's truth. They're telling you it's Israel's fault. And if I'm wrong, release your W-2s. Release your I-9s. Release your 1099s, 1099K. Release them. Declare those monies. But the problem is that a lot of these people don't have to declare those monies. Because they're podcasters. They're not politicians. Farah doesn't touch them. So you don't get to know where Tucker's getting his money. Remember the Russian money that supposedly came in and hit Dave Rubin and Tim Pool? And everyone said that they were taking Russian dollars and they were putting money into that advertising agency? That was true. That's where that money comes from, people. This is big money. It's big business. And there's people who want to keep their pie. And they're shifting because right now hating Israel makes them money. But I trust me if I said this, if there was peace in the Middle East and Israel and Gaza, there was a ceasefire and all of a sudden everything was fine and the Jews and the Sauds came together and signed the Abraham Accords and they rebuilt it and made it a Shangri-La and they found the people who actually were not related to Hamas and didn't want to kill Jews and repopulated the city and they all had beautiful Jew babies and Muslim babies and everyone was happy, they would stop talking about Israel tomorrow. Until it became profitable again. Because that's the truth. Here's another video. Barry, I see that you're in there. You would have been proud of Nick Fuentes today. Holy shit, I can't believe what he said. Completely just went after Candace and Tucker. Just destroyed them. Here's Candace Owens, where she said she never blamed Israel for the death of Charlie Kirk. But then says, it was Israel. See, this is what Candace Owens does. She's just like Nick. She's bipolar. I'm not a clinical psychologist or a psychiatrist, so I don't know if that's true. But I'll tell you what, I had a mother who was, and man, she did the same shit. One minute she was absolutely fine. The next minute she was just a bat crazy lunatic. Here's the video. Honey, thanks for letting me go through this. We're almost done with this shit. Sorry it's taking so long. Oh, I got to get rid of this slide. You know what?
Let's do it now.
Let's do it in post. Oh, I'll change it later. Let's do this. All right, here it is.
That he was publicly executed again before the world. The question is why? There's one person who's been out there acting like he is a widow, just saying the absolute.
Can I, okay, you know what? I got to say something. Deborah, can I say something? I told you, Barry. I told you, Fuentes, a lot of what he does is for show. He's not stupid. He's very, very smart. And man, if there's one thing I was right about Bill Maher 30 years ago. I was right. I told everybody he's a conservative. He doesn't like Trump. And I wound up being right. I'm telling you, Nick Fuentes is not a Nazi. He's not a white supremacist. He's got ideas that are completely fucked up as a young kid does. Carrie Ripley, $20. Thank you for being the voice of reason. No, Carrie, I love you. I think Nick, there's a lot of things he does for show. And I think a lot of it's for clicks. And a lot of it's not real. But that is the real Nick. That's the one, at least the one that makes sense and is lucid is the one you saw today. I'm going to tell you something honestly. I had a chance to go to Arizona to go to the memorial of Charlie Kirk. And Olivia and I were going to go. I even told my pastor about it. And then I was kind of like, I'll just go myself. Honey, why do you think I did that? Why do you think, well, it would just be easier for me to go?
Because you didn't want anything to happen. You're worried something's going to happen. But I figured, considering the president's going to be there, is going to be like the most secure place ever.
It's not about that. It's not about the event. It's the hotels.
Getting to the event.
It's the hotels. It's the places around it. It's getting into the stadium. It's the protests that'll take place. But I just got a bad feeling. And I felt the exact same way on J6. And
the inauguration.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to remember what I also said about Donald Trump is I said they were going to try to kill him. And I said that once they've done the money, once they've done the legal lawfare, once they've tried to frame him, they're not going to let him be president again. They're going to try to kill him. And a lot of people said that to their credit, but it's not a prognosticator. I'm not a clairvoyant. I just got a bad feeling. And I've learned to listen to that thing in my gut, and I'm not going. It just doesn't feel right to go. So that's that. Here is the video, just so you guys can see it, and we'll go from there.
Most tweeting first about what happened to Charlie. Bibi Netanyahu, in fact, I know for a fact, that he is misrepresenting some things that happened there towards the end.
The Islamists, the radical Islamists, and their union with the ultra progressives, but they got Charlie Kirk, and it's just heartbreaking.
Who is they, BB? Who is they who got Charlie Kirk? Because you said a lot there, but it really sounded like it was about BB trying to establish a narrative that we saw reinforced by a lot of people that, Charlie kind of made it almost sound like he died for Israel. Bibi Netanyahu in that phone call, what took place was a couple of weeks ago before Charlie lost his life. Charlie was in the Hamptons and he had an intervention was staged by Bill Ackman. Charlie's rational thoughts about Israel were a no-no. Bill Ackman was very upset and threats were made. It was at this time that Bibi Netanyahu was called and Charlie was invited to Israel. This was an under duress situation, I would say. When I started asking,
this woman is so full of shit. She wasn't there. She doesn't know anything about it because the people who were there are like, no, we didn't blackmail Charlie. We are vendors. We pay him to be an influencer for our country. And we are a little disturbed about Tucker Carlson. We're a little disturbed about bringing Dave Smith on stage at TPUSA. We're a little very concerned about Megyn Kelly and Charlie Kirk on stage together. And here's the thing. Megyn Kelly even says, screw you guys, because she started getting pressure from people. So did Charlie. There's no doubt, but an intervention, blackmail, we're sending him to a re-education. No, he pissed people off who have a lot of influence and a lot of money and said, dude, we put a lot of money in your pocket and you're doing damage to our brand. You're our representative. This is a contractual obligation thing, folks. I hate to tell you, but these people should wear freaking patches on their jackets saying who sponsors them. If I listed where I get money from, you guys would be surprised. And you would be like, oh, I had no idea. But there's a little money here. I get money on Spreaker. There's plenty of commercials that I do for ED medication and shit that are on my podcast. I don't support any of those things. I take it because I like to be really okay. But I there's stuff on there that I don't support. But I get paid for it. So what happens if one of those is owned by, Qatarian government? Am I now a paid shill for Qatar? Give me a fucking break. That stuff against Tim Pool, that stuff against Dave Rubin and whoever else took money. Give me a break. Stupid. Like, we know where every dollar comes from. I get money from Wimkin, who they sponsor our show. By the way, go over to wimkin.com and join the 9 million other people over there for your social media experience needs. Free speech 100% all the time, every day. Go over there. But if they get money from Qatar or Russia or the Jews, I don't know anything about that.
That you should screenshot her face right there.
No,
like,
I know.
that is the perfect look for her.
I know. Here's the last part, then we're going to move on.
very sensible questions about Israel, I was met with the very same pressure. I got to tell you that. It felt like a threat, like, this is your last chance. And I know that Charlie was offered a ton of money in this moment. And turning point, I guess.
Just when she's lying. Can I tell you what her tell is? Does everyone want to know her tell?
Yes, I would love to know.
It's when she does this, puts her chin up there and wags it back and forth. And she does this, and you don't know what I know. She does this fucking thing. And it's her tell. It's when she's lying. And she's ad-libbing, and she's not good at it. She's very, very good at reading something and memorizing something and bringing up facts. She has a wonderful memory when it comes to that. But when she has to ad-lib, she's horrendous. And when she's lying, her tell is the chin in the air, the shaking back, and the voice. And it almost sounds like she's reciting Tales from the Crypt. Listen to this.
Threat, like, this is your last chance. And I know that Charlie was offered a ton of money in this moment. And Turning Point, I guess, if it needs to go to a higher level, would have gone to an even higher level than it already was at. And I know for a fact that Charlie...
Is her teleprompter up and to the left? No, but the creative portion of her brain sure is. Pantomimes, folks.
Mm-hmm.
She has... I would love to play poker with Candace Owens. I'd clean her out in 5 hands. 5.
Denied that funding. That Charlie denied, and what BB didn't include there, he declined to go to Israel for, I would describe this as like, re-education camp. Charlie said no to BB. You're not going to gaslight us and tell us to shut up or call us anti-Semitic for pointing.
All right. So listen, I'm going to give you my take as an impartial observer. Here it is. I'm going to give it to you right here. Okay? Here it is. Tucker Carlson, I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. He's paid. We know he's paid. We know he's taking money from the other side. But Tucker Carlson has a lot of good content. But I'm not kidding when I tell you that everything is I hate Israel. Candace Owens, she's nuts. And she's all about, she looks herself in the mirror and she says, let's get in there and make it about you. This is, if you were his friend, you would be remembering him, you fucking shill. You would be showing video clips and pictures of you together. You would have tears down your face. You would take time to mourn. You would allow your listeners to mourn, and you would facilitate conversations to make them feel better. You're grinding the clicks, and you're doing it with temperance. You're doing it with fervence. The reason why is because you know that there's only so many clicks to grab on this before this story dies. And just like the leeches and the vultures of the media, you've become them. This is now our news. These are our trusted sources. These are the people who we surrendered and went away from the legacy media, and this is what they're doing. Ben Shapiro isn't buying TPUSA. Ben Shapiro, who I get frustrated with Ben quite a bit, and I've told you. He said he was going to pick up the bloody microphone. And that is the truth. You know who else did? Chad Prather. Glenn Beck. Is Glenn Beck trying to take over TPUSA? Ben Shapiro donated, $1 million to TPUSA? And then said he was going to pick up the microphone. Is there something wrong with that? Why can't Ben Shapiro do that? God, do you guys remember when Ben Shapiro was somebody we listened to? And he's always been wrong. He was wrong about COVID. He was wrong about the vaccines. He was wrong about Ukraine. But he's been right about a lot too. And you guys abandoned him and ditched him. Why? Because Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson told you to? Because people like Nick Fuentes told you to? That you have to hate the Jews in order to love him? It doesn't make any sense to me. Caller, where are you from? What do you want to talk about?
This is Jacob from Ohio.
Hi, Jacob from Ohio. How you doing, buddy? I figured you would call on this one.
What's that?
I figured you would call on this one.
Yeah, and it's obvious. It's actually for the. I think you'd be surprised at what I have to say.
I am. I can't wait. No, I'm really excited to hear what you have to say because I was hoping you would call specifically because I just said something extremely positive about Nick.
Yeah, and I kind of want to echo what he was saying a little bit in case your audience didn't see it.
Okay.
I just want to say, as someone, and you know what I've said before.
I know
about Israel and all that.
Yep.
This is a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blame Israel for this.
Yep.
It wasn't Israel. There's no reason for it to be them at all.
They would have killed Nick first, right, Jacob?
Maybe. I don't know if he's that. Well, he might be that much.
He was not wrong when he said he said he effed TPSU like a baby, but I know what he was trying to say. I didn't like what he said, but he has really turned the youth against Israel, and him and people, Stu Peters and people's voices like that. Yeah. They've done that. But okay, go ahead. I interrupted you. Finish up. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. I just want to echo to anyone that might be listening that's a little further to the right that likes to blame Israel for things which are sometimes true, sometimes false. This isn't the one. This isn't the one we should be blaming Israel for. It wasn't them. And if we go down this rabbit hole, we'll lose the way. We'll never find out the truth. and he will have died in vain, in my opinion. And I don't want that to happen, because as much as sometimes I disagree with him, I respect that guy a lot. And I'm still so crushed seeing that video. I'm still so angry.
Yeah.
And all the anger, righteous anger, should be directed towards the left, not Israel on this one. And I want to beg everyone that might feel how I feel about Israel not to fall into this trap, because I'd rather have the truth than run in circles for 60 years about this like we do with JFK. I want the stone cold truth, and I know this isn't the truth. So I beg of everyone that likes to blame Israel for stuff like me, don't. So
can I say something real quick? I've been talking to you for a while now, and I just want to say I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Oh, I seriously, I don't know if you've heard that from people, but you know, you've given me some shit, and you know, and you've trolled me really well, and I'm honored. But I'm proud of you, because
thank you.
It's called truth, dude. And I just take out the fluff, take out the bullshit, remove the nuance, remove the lies, and just stick to the facts. And this is why I got so frustrated with people going after the USS Liberty and people going after, you know, stop. You can say that Israel cares about Israel. You can say that they are not America first, because they're not. They're Israel first. Even Nick has said, listen, they're Israel first, and they should be. Just like America should be America first. And we should question any country coming in and putting money into our politicians. Of course we should.
Yeah.
All these things need to happen. But what we don't need to sit here and do is pretend that every fucking thing that happens is Jew responsibility. I can't stand that, Jacob. I know you have a different opinion than me, but there's a way that we can there's so much evil. There's so many bigger fucking fish to fry.
Yeah. And honestly, I agree with you, because someone like Candace, I mean, let me ask you this. Have you ever, maybe when you were younger, or even maybe today, have you ever read something? I mean, actually, everyone's done this. You've read something and you kind of get obsessed with it, and you like, say you discover a new music artist and you just can't stop listening to them. It's like when you read one conspiracy about Israel, you can't stop reading all of them,
right? Because
you love it. You love that it's kind of proving you right when sometimes it's not. Sometimes it goes to nowhere. And that's where I think Candace Owens is at. She's a little like, clearly there's something up with her mentally lately.
She's whacked,
but I think she's attached to this way too hard. And it really makes you look stupid. And I think she should really stop, because I think there's a smart way to go about it.
And Tucker should stop too, and so should. And listen, I think the Groypers need to evolve.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's a myopic viewpoint to blame everything on one country, especially a country that, listen, I'm not going to sit here. I've got friends who are watching now who are Jewish. I've got friends who are Nick Fuentes fans. And I will tell you that in their own weird freaking way, you guys love America. But I don't think the problem is this. I think if you look where Christianity is going, is that it was at 93% 25 years ago. 93% of Americans believed in some form of higher power and God.
Yeah.
And then it dropped to 71. And we were on pace by 2035 to be down below 50% for the first time ever. Christianity would be a minority religion in the United States. That is changing. And it's changing.
It really is.
It's changing because of people like Charlie. It's changing because I have to say this. It's changing because you've got Nick Fuentes, who's a Catholic, who leads with it. I don't think he does a great job being a Christian. I'm just not going to lie to you. I think a lot of he distorts things, but that's because we disagree. But at least he's bringing up the conversation. And there are a lot of people who are doing it, and it got me convert. Charlie Kirk, there were several people in this show who did it for me. There were several people in the influencer community who turned me on to it. But most importantly, my daughter was influenced by Charlie Kirk and then came to me about going to church. And it's been a big part of the show the last month.
That's beautiful, actually. Yeah. I love to hear that. Like, how could you not love to hear that, you know?
No, it's good. Listen, I'm proud of you. I appreciate you calling me, man. Like I said, I know we have our differences, but I love the sincerity. That's what's important
Yeah.
to me. I do. I love.
Can I say one
there
last
should
thing?
be-
Yeah,
too?
you can say
Not
whatever
to
you
troll.
want. You say whatever you want.
I just want to tell everyone, because maybe I don't know. I just hope everyone's still angry about this, and not in a violent way at all.
Right.
I just hope people are still just fuming on the inside, like I am. Because I like, and I don't want to sound like a crybaby, but I cry when I think of this. You know, it really, really bothers me. It to no end, and that's, like I said, someone that wasn't a big fan of him. I'm totally crushed by this, and I hope everyone else feels the same. But thank you for having me on the show.
Jacob, you can't go yet. I got to ask you a question, and it's from one of our viewers, and I've answered this, and I've defended Nick, and people said, you know, we know Nick said, you know, Charlie Kirk should be shot in the head, and that's Nick being the Nick that I'm not a big fan of, just completely abhorrent, vitriolic, and he gets on his fucking tangents, and the bipolar kicks in, and he just completely goes off the rocker. And it happens. I do it too. I'm not going to lie. I get pissed off for no reason sometimes, but he can say things. And then there's a difference between saying, hey, Groypers, go take Charlie out. The question from our viewer, and I think you're primed to answer it, it says, for Jacob, do you think the shooter was a Groyper like some news agencies are saying he was? Because a lot of people are saying that the Groypers, because I don't believe this, Jacob, but just listen to me, that because of the incel kind of focus about not sleeping with women and not getting into relationships with women and the disrespect that's for women in Nick's culture, that a lot of the Groypers are saying that transgenderism is okay. That's what people are saying. I know the truth, but I want you to answer it. Help us out.
Yeah, and I can answer this. I'm not a huge, like, I watch Nick every once in a while. I wouldn't consider myself a Groyper. I like Nick because I'm glad. I was born the same year as Nick. I'm Catholic, and I always felt on the right, kind of voiceless because of, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I can't relate to Protestants and evangelicals like I can to Catholics. And that's why I like Nick. I don't watch him every night, but I'm a fan of him for sure. But I can say, like, the whole incel thing, believe it or not, I'm a regular guy. I have a good job. I graduated from a good university. I have a ton of friends. I have a family that loves me. Guys are just like, the incel thing is like ironic almost. Of course, there's obvious weirdos, but like, I have a bunch of online friends too, let alone my in real life friends. And it's kind of like being in the 70s when someone called you a punk or something. It was supposed to be an insult, and you embraced the term.
Right.
That's kind of how this whole culture is amongst guys my age.
Right.
It's ironic, and it's to piss people off, and it's a way of kind of being, I don't know. It's complicated.
It's a lot like the skinhead movement, and that, hold on, let me, bear with me. It's not like the skinhead movement, which wasn't about racism. It was about punk rock. And a lot of the original skinheads were just rockers and punk rockers. And they were a group of people who kind of dressed alike and hung out. And then the racist Aryan side infiltrated it from the prison systems. But the original skinhead movement wasn't about violence and hate and hating black people. It turned into that, and a bunch of assholes took it over. But it's kind of like it's kind of like rebellion. It's kind of like, listen, we're a group. It's kind of like the Skulls and Bones of yesterday, which was a conservative movement in college campuses where secret handshakes, and it's also tied into the Masonic type things. I understand where you're coming from. Okay, so go ahead. I'm just explaining that to the viewers. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's kind of, not every guy my age is like this. It's really just kind of, and I cringe when I say this, but like, it's kind of just red-pilled guys, red-pilled regular guys. You can kind of, like, I'm myself in front of my friends and my family, but I'm not like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You can be a lot funnier, I guess.
It's a brotherhood.
I shouldn't say funnier, but like, you can kind of just say whatever you want because you know you're with a group of guys, and it's all jokes. And that's just how I view that whole culture.
Okay.
It's the same with the Groypers. A lot of them are normal people.
Yeah,
and
a lot of them are pricks too, dude. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A lot of them are.
But
like raping my daughter and saying shit like that. That was
that's not
I know.
that's not
well,
right.
Beardson won't face me anymore.
Beardson's a loser. I've hated Beardson. I've always
but do you know he came on?
Totally
Jacob, you know he came on.
Did he really?
Yeah, I fucking destroyed him.
Good.
Oh,
I think he's an idiot.
Oh, I do. And see, and like, with you, I'm playing around and it's joking. Like, I don't mind looking like a fool once in a while, but with him, no, it was straight up, dude. Like I checked in, I clocked in for that, and I punched the clock and went to work. And
Good.
And at the end of it, he's like, I see him laughing and he's checking his comments, and all the groypers are flooding my stuff. And I just brought the receipts and I started dropping the emails I got from the groypers, and I said, okay, well, I'm going to cross-reference. How come you're friends with this guy? Because here he is. He's on your friends list on Rumble. Here he is right here. And this guy, oh, I know him. He would never do that. And so I'm like, here's the email of when he's threatening to rape my daughter. So I know you're not a part of that culture, and every culture has subcultures within it and people who don't represent it well. Every group does.
Yeah.
But the question is, the assassination push that people are trying to tie this. Do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, I think it's bullshit. Or not to curse, but
it's okay.
I think it's totally. I think it's stupid, and I think the left. Like, you saw Jimmy Kimmel, and thank God he got canned or whatever happened to it, because he might be the biggest hack in entertainment history. But the whole Groyper thing, it just doesn't. Here's the thing, and I'm not speaking as a Groyper. We didn't want Charlie Kirk to be hurt. We didn't want to be like Charlie Kirk. We wanted Charlie Kirk to be like us, We wanted him to think like us because he's a smart guy and he's a good communicator. We wanted him on our side. And I don't mean we as in Groypers.
No, I know. That's why the Groypers left me alone. Why did they leave me alone, Jacob? You tell me why.
I think... What do you mean leave you alone? Because they harassed you,
Oh, they harassed us for months. I mean, they were raiding our channel constantly on Tube and Rumble, and they would come in and they would just, you're a Jew lover, you're a kike, you're this and this, and and that's okay. I don't care about any of that. It's hilarious that they don't understand my lineage, and that I've gotten more Nazi in me because I'm I've got German, I got German in me, and I've got Jewish in me, and it's just the way it is. And I tend to lead towards, I like the Bavarian style of German. I don't very much.
Yeah, I'm Bavarian.
I don't enjoy the Nazi side of German, but they left me alone for a reason. And what I know about Beardson, who's basically was Nick's second type, is several others came on, and they basically just, one of them just said, hey, we're going to leave you alone. You're not a bad guy. You're not in this fight like we are. You're a smart guy, and we agree on more than we disagree on. And then they poofed. Haven't been back since.
I think they will go after someone like Charlie Moore because he was like face to face every day with young people on campus.
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot to do with it. It's almost like an older brother kind of thing. I mean, you want, but it's the reverse. We didn't want to be, now that I look back, I wish I was more like Charlie Kirk. I wish I was more patient and kind and willing to, I'm too scared to go to a college campus. And I went to a huge university and I didn't speak up in class, and I regret it. I mean, now I look back, I wish I was like him.
You don't seem to be that type of person.
The only thing I said was, I think I said misinformation doesn't cause violence, and everyone thought I was an idiot. It was whatever. That was the only time I really spoke up. I didn't give a shit though.
Misinformation can cause violence, bro. I can, whether we'd agree on the Holocaust or not.
Now we can agree that it does actually.
Okay. See, good. See, like I told you, you're growing up, dude. This is what happened.
But it just pissed me off because it was all to rip on right wingers, and I was just.
I know.
I still stick up for like moderate right wingers because I view them as my people. I view them as. I love them, and I don't like when left wingers attack them. Even though I was getting more angry with moderate right wingers than left wingers the last couple of years, but now I'm not thinking like that anymore.
All right, let's do this. I'd love to get you on camera one day. You ever going to do that with me?
No. I have a really good job.
Yeah, it's smart. It's smart.
Yeah.
It's smart.
But, and I love I don't want to, because I say stupid things. Everything I say to you on here, like I call my dad every day. I say wild, pretty extreme stuff to him, just like he can balance me out and like call me an idiot. So like, I don't want to. I would say something stupid if I had a camera on me, so I don't want to embarrass him. But
Well, you used to say stupid stuff all the time, and you haven't really said stupid shit the last 3 phone calls. In fact, you've been pretty damn grounded, bro. I think this thing shook you up more than you're willing to admit. Like Kennedy, although it happened posthumously, and I saw it later, but Reagan messed me up big time. And I was young enough, and I watched it on TV, and I followed the Iran-Contra hearings like nothing else. But Kennedy, my uncle, instilled that into me. But this is your Kennedy, dude.
It is, and
Go ahead.
I'm at a loss for words because I'm thinking, like, when I think about it, it makes me so angry. But it just kills me. I don't know. I get it. The thought of someone innocent,
I know,
it doesn't register to me. So,
well,
yeah.
The truth is, and the blatant truth is that if we can somehow to try to find some commonality, that there's people throughout history who we may not have found value in, that people consider to be their Charlie Kirk. And it's hard for us to put each other in each other's shoes and try to say, God, how can a Democrat like that person? But this is like Harry Sasson and Dean Withers, who are pretentious douche plows, who I just want to put them over my knee and literally just whip them with a belt. But to people on the opposite side of you, they are Charlie Kirk to them. And I just hope they don't have to go through this, because taking a leader, a spiritual leader, and a person who infused knowledge and allowed us to imbibe his grace, it's horrible.
I will be scarred. Hopefully not for life, but I'm really torn up about this. So I don't know.
Well, you keep calling in here because I love talking to you, buddy, and I'm wishing the best for you, and God bless you for sure. You hear me?
Yep. You too.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Jacob. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
See ya. That conversation is so weird that relationship turned into that. You guys don't understand. This guy's been trolling me for 5 years. And it was vicious sometimes, and it was spiteful. And Jesus donated 10 using my Google points. Thank you, brother. I can't believe that relationship has turned into that. And I truly
think it's awesome.
I'm truly proud of him. I really am. I mean, God, he used to call in and be like, "This is Jason. This is Steve. This is Bob," and he would change his voice, and
Donald at one point.
And then I would just let him do it, and then all of a sudden, he would suck me in and then be like, "Fuck you," or whatever. You want to do that. But Bobby Rich said, 51.99. You have done awesome for the past week. Love you all. Thank you. Jeez, if you feel that way and you gave so much to us, I can't imagine now that we're doing well. So
did you do the timer?
No, I'll do it right now. Folks, let's do this. I think I just want to play you one thing, and then I'm going to take a break.
Do we have trivia or no?
No, we don't have trivia. Tell him I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Tell JD I'm sorry.
Trivia or not to trivia.
I just want you to listen to this real quick, and I just want you to listen to what Charlie says about Benjamin Netanyahu. And it's not because he didn't disagree with some things that are happening in Israel, because he did. But just listen.
We've been on the move. We were in Israel a couple weeks ago for the embassy opening.
We went out with Huckabee about 4 or 5 years ago.
Is it not the most amazing place?
I never been. And we had like an hour with Netanyahu.
He's special.
Yes.
He's a special leader.
You know why he says?
Oh, and he's everything a leader should be, right? I mean, just confident and direct.
Barack wasn't.
All right. What do you see? What are you looking for? What are you watching? Who are you watching? When you watch this video, are you watching one video? Are you watching two? Are you watching video and audio? Are you watching mannerisms? Watch it again. I want you to just not listen to the audio. I want you to watch their faces, their mannerisms, their body language. Look at Charlie's face. Look at Candace's face. Look at the way she's positioned. This was back when Trump named the embassy. So this was probably 2017 or 18. This was a while ago. Now watch. Candace is on her phone, shaking her head. Yes, no. Legs crossed in a defensive position, not looking engaged at all, not interested in any way, shape, or form. Charlie is just like glowing. This is the Candace Owens she's always been. She's always been this way. She's always been vindictive. She's always been callous. It was just towards people that we liked her being that way towards. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
We loved that she challenged black people to recognize their own faults. And it was a black woman saying it, so we all liked it. But we didn't question the way she did it with as much spite and anger and just vitriol. We never listened. But if you take those clips and you listen to it and you see the way she talks about Israel now, and you see the way that she talks about Trump, and see the way she's talking about Charlie, it's the same Candace. It's just a different target. Same ammunition, same rounds downrange. Just a different target. I saw what happened in Philly. Or Pennsylvania. I'm going to try to get to it. We're going to look at it on the break, but we're going to take a quick break. Right now, JD still will donate $10. We're sitting at $159.19. We have 140 to go. We're going to keep going. Be right back with a quick commercial. Don't leave. We've got 200. Geez, I forgot to even look how many people we have on. We have 200 people on. Oh, Facebook's smoking. Holy crap. If we can get Twitter up.
Where's Facebook?
I'm sitting at almost 100 and 190. Hang tight, folks. It's a quick commercial. It's 2.5 minutes. It allows people to take a pee break, and it's a funny one, and then we'll be right back. And then we got to fix your camera. You're blurry and crooked.
And crooked, yep.
She didn't tighten it down. I'll fix it. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Just don't leave. Hang tight. We got more show for you, and we're probably going to go into overtime a little bit. We'll be right back. If I could find it. There it is. Be right back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations, but after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar, every message, you're the reason we can keep calling out the BS and bringing color back to the world going gray.
If you want to help, we take PayPal, Venmo, or snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking I can't do it. I can't untighten
That's what she said.
That's what she's. Oof. Oof. Coming in with it. Pound it. Pound it. Pound.
Child got 15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
Totally tubular.
You know this is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't start with me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm gonna punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan.
Break.
Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler.
But we've built something
There's
honest.
no but there. Why do you've been doing this since you were 2 years old? Try it again.
Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
He's so much better than you at everything.
Better at
Hayden, he's just like, it's just. Go ahead, Hayden.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored.
That's a wrap. Well done, Spear family. I bet we make no money.
But I'm gonna owe them money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh yeah, cut it.
Baby shark, doo 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 doo. Move the benches. Oh, shoot. I don't know what button to push. Hang on, guys. Babe, I don't know what button to push.
Just go to all.
I don't know where it is. I'm like, whoa.
You know what? I got to sit down and teach you how to do that.
Yes, you do. Because I'm like, oh, I don't know what button to push. What happened to my camera?
Your thing needs to be... Ethan, come here, pal. Sorry, folks. We're going to try to get Olivia fixed here. Just hold on. Mom's camera... E, you got to get Hayden for me. See, why are you like that?
I don't know. Very crooked.
Tell her I got it.
Yeah, that looks good.
Level?
Yeah, it looks level.
Ethan.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Turn it as cold as it'll go.
Okay.
I'm burning up, and I don't know why.
Okay.
But I need the AC on.
Okay.
Okay, let me make sure you're good. Okay. All right, I think that worked.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Much better.
Yeah, you're a little blue. And I don't know why you're so blue tonight. Oh. I think I got to do your temperature on your thing. Sorry guys, we had a technical difficulty and we're trying to fix it. Number 2. There we go. All right.
All right. Did you put up the timer?
No. God. Liv. Never going to get back on unless that's working. How much time do I have, Lenny?
15 minutes.
Okay. So 15 minutes. Why don't you give people an update while I do this?
Okay. We are at 159.19. So that's 100 and...
It's okay. It'll be faster.
41? Yeah.
$141, folks. So we got 15 minutes to do it. There we go. Okay, good. Got it done. We were talking about Candace Owens. We were talking about Charlie Kirk. Now I want to show you a video or show you some photographs. Now, a lot of people are upset. And they're like, there's a huge conspiracy. It's okay. We figured it out. Ethan, life is full of disappointments, son.
Thank you, Ashley Gleason. Missed you all.
I don't need you to make me feel guilty for getting the fan. I'm okay now. Thank you. I should have told you. Thank you. He's pissed. He gets such a drama queen. But we are asking him to do a lot tonight, so we owe him frozen yogurt or something. Sorry, E.
Love you.
I said, screw you, Dad. All right. So there's a lot of questions about the shooter, and there's so many conspiracy theories. And let me explain to you. If there is a professional sniper out there that is telling you that this shooting was hard, they're lying. I am not a sniper. I'm a good shot, but I'm not a sniper. And I'm telling you, I could have done this shooting at 8 years old. Easily. The people telling you that the shot came from the left or from the right are lying to you. I'm going to tell you a few reasons of how I know this. But if you look at the cavitation and you look at the energy transfer of the round, it came from the front. How do I know this? Well, because I've studied the Zapruder film like you would not believe. And I've studied trajectory, ballistics, I've seen all the videos, and I've put enough rounds downrange through ballistics gel or other targets to understand how rounds work. Now, let's take the first point of contention. People were talking about, what was it? What was the big thing they were talking about with the rifle, honey? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I'm
like
sorry.
That they didn't see him have it.
Oh, it was stuffed in his pants or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody said I could have done it with a 30-30. Yeah. I could have done it with my M1. Carbine. Not Garand. Carbine. I could have made that shot easily with an M1 carbine. This one right here. Oh, we don't have it anymore. You can't see it. But it's right. It's over there. It's right underneath the M1 carbine. That's the one thing we forgot about, is seeing the whole set. I do like that. That's kind of a cool angle. We'll play around with it now that we have the camera. We'll figure it out, right?
Yeah.
But the first thing I want to show you is this image. Everyone's like, how did he remove the scope? How could he possibly remove the scope and then get it back on when it was bolted down? It's impossible. He disassembled it before he got on the roof. And this is what it would look like. And you have 4 with a little Allen wrench. And these are probably 2 to 3 turns to remove that and put that back on. A lot of people saying it was a fixed scope. That's not what it was. It wasn't permanently attached with quick lock or something. And by taking that off, you remove the width of the rifle from the top to the bottom, the height. But then if he removed the barrel from the composite part of the rifle, you're going to save yourself about 10 inches or more by putting that to a backpack. By using that mount for the screws, that shock mount that's there, that placement mount, it's not a special kind of mount that you would see on an AR that allows you to do quick release and pull levers just to attach objects to it. But that fixed locking mechanism allows you to put a scope back on without having to re-sight it in. But Tommy, those screws right there stay on the weapon system itself. So that gives you a quick, isn't that the quick release fitting? Take a look at this again. It wouldn't mess up your zero because they're going into the base. Do you see the quick release on this thing? Look at the full picture. Does that have to remove? But do you see how he has the old Piccadilly here? Doesn't this, for a light or something, doesn't that literally just have to go ahead and release? Isn't this fixed to the overall rifle? Tommy, call me. Because I can remove mine from my AR and put it back on, and I don't have to re-zero. Tommy, give me a call. Let's talk about it.
He's calling it.
Melanie, I don't know what yes, Matt means. You guys can't give me monosyllabic answers on this. It clicks off to the slide. Right. That's my point. And all you need to do is just remove that without removing the screws. And then that comes up here. Let's get Tommy on. All right, Tommy, we've got 2 different answers. I got an answer from Melanie that it picks off the slide. So you can put another scope in, and then you're telling me that if you remove that in any way, shape, or form, it ruins zero.
Right, because what it does is you'll move the scope off the barrel. The only thing you can do to keep from messing up your zero is you can take the stock off the gun, but if you remove the scope from the receiver and barrel itself, you're going to throw off the zero, and you would have to re-zero it in. There's no way you could do that fast.
But not on a but even if it's on a Piccadilly rail,
right? Even then, you still would have to do a re-zero to make sure you're still on.
But I don't have to do that with my AR. I can take
on Piccadilly. Piccadilly's.
Picatinny,
you
sorry.
can do it
sorry,
some as long as you make sure you put it back on the right numbers.
That's my point.
Well,
like that AR right there, that scope I can take off. And
that's your rings there. What you're pointing to?
Yeah.
That's the rings that go to the base.
Right.
Anytime that I've ever messed with those, I always throw off the zero.
Huh.
So anytime that I've seen it, and most of the time for any rifles and stuff that people use to travel, the stock can come off of the barrel and receiver.
Right, the receiver, as long as it stays together.
To the receiver.
Okay, so he didn't take that off. The reason why he needed the screwdriver was to remove it from the actual housing of the composite of the stock.
Correct.
Okay, so he didn't touch that.
Right.
See, it's crazy though, because I can switch to my red dot.
Right, a red dot is not as dead on accurate.
No, I know that, but then I can put the scope back on, and I'm full joy on that thing.
You could, I mean,
is that just my rig? Or is just the quality of the rig?
More likely, it's just your rig the way it's set up.
Yeah.
Anytime that I've ever messed with the rings, taking them off the receiver, it always goes off zero.
I would agree with you, because like 308 would do that.
Right.
So he basically did not touch the screws on these four. He just essentially, because the width wouldn't really matter in a backpack, he just ultimately took this out of the stock, and that would save about 10 inches, because the rifle
Basically,
itself, the metal parts,
if he took the stock off the barrel, he would essentially be able to fold the gun in half.
Well, a little less than that, because the receiver is housed. So it's about 10 inches from barrel to front end of composite of the stock, because it goes around the base too, right? So you have the base and then you have the barrel stick out. That's about 10 inches.
Correct.
Okay. So he would save 10 inches on the overall length.
Probably so, yeah. However much the stock was from the housing of where the barrel and receiver is to the stock itself.
Yeah. And see, Jack's Corsair, he's saying what I'm saying. Because if you have a quick detach is what he's talking about, which is what he has on the side of this. I think the quick detach is for the pick, though. Because take a look. If you look at this,
right.
I think it's for a flashlight. So he's got it wrapped around what it looks to be the scope, and that's screwed in. You can see where you have the two pilot marks. Let me get this up here on this shot. Hold on. So if you look here, here's my mouse. He's got screws here and screws here. So he would come in with an Allen, and those would pull out, and then this ring would ultimately collapse, and it probably has a little S hook at the bottom. So he clips it at the bottom, then he closes it, and then puts two screws in, and he's good to go. And that gives him a flashlight on here, right here.
But see, he would have 4 screws because he had to take off the front. That's right there.
This right here is a flashlight.
All that is for the flashlight.
Right, I know. That's what I'm saying. So what I was saying was he has 2 screws here, 2 screws here, and this is attached, what it looks to be the scope itself.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
I know.
to do it easier, there's 1 screw on the bottom of the rifle, on the bottom of the stock.
Right.
You can unscrew that, and it will take the barrel and receiver off the stock.
I agree with you. 120%, yes.
Okay, so we're probably talking about the same thing, just
We are.
Because we're over the phone and not looking at anything. It's hard to describe.
What I'm trying to say is that people are saying that he took the scope off for width and removed all 4 of those. And I'm gonna defer to you because bolt action rifles are not my forte.
If you take that scope off of those first screws and the scope off of that, you'll never get it back to zero to where it was.
Got it.
So you would have to shoot it a couple times to get it back to zero.
Got it. Okay.
Or at least bore sight it.
Yes. Which he doesn't have time to do.
No, there's no way he had time to do all that on the roof.
Right. And he's certainly not going to be able to zero at 100 feet without putting a round down range. And if he had a bore sight or a laser, come on.
Yeah, even with the bore sight, you're going to only hit a sheet of paper maybe at 100 yards.
Right. Because that's how I zeroed in my AR. It's how I zeroed in my Glock, my HK. Oh, right. Okay, hold on a second. I just got some news. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so the people saying that he took it off here, they're wrong. He left, and I don't understand why he would take the scope off to begin with. I didn't even think from a zero perspective, but the width of it in a backpack it's not going to lower the profile. It's probably 3.5 inches from the top of the receiver to the scope's overall height, right? So that's not going to be a concern. So you wouldn't take the scope off. You just leave it on, take the screw down in the bottom like you do with the M1 or the Grand, and then slide the whole thing out of the stock and then set them side by side and put it into the backpack. And you'll probably might have a little bit of the barrel coming out. Actually, no, I don't think it depends on the size of the backpack, I would guess.
Right. But that's what he did. Is if I had to bet, he took the stock off the barrel and receiver.
Right. I would agree with you. Because that's what I would do if I took my M1 carbine. I'd do the exact same thing.
Right.
Just do it that way. Okay. So you don't think he had a quick release on that thing either way?
No. The picture that was showed, it was all screwed down. There was no quick release on that thing.
Okay, good. So now all right, so we know that didn't come off. So then here's a side profile. And this is a Vortex stock. Or a Vortex scope, excuse me. And this is not the weapon. I want to be very, very clear, but I'm giving you guys a comparison contrast so we could see it. This also shows that does it. See how those screws would come in there? And and I'm not talking to you, Tom, I'm talking to the audience, but you would take those 4 off. That's what we're talking about, but there's no quick release.
There's no picture on the screen.
Thank you, buddy. It should be now. It's
yes.
Probably a little delayed. But you can see what Tommy's talking about is that this little ring here has a small screw that has like Allen wrench hexagon in it. And there's 4 of those. And that's how you take it off because there's no quick release here on this slide.
Right.
So by releasing, well, actually, it looks like he could come in, loosen these, and then it would come off the slide. But then you would still have to re-zero.
To do that and to put the scope back on and everything, even if you're fast, you're 5 to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still not going to be zero.
100% agree. 100% agree with you. Like I said, I'm thinking of a quick release. And, if I'm making a 200-300 yard, 400 yard shot, I'm probably not at zero. And I'm probably going to miss that. But if I use a quick release and I'm shooting 80, 90, 100 yards with an AR, I could see negligible results, but still probably hit target, yeah?
More than likely, yes.
Okay, so that's probably why I haven't had to, because all long shooting that I've done has not been. I'm not a hunter. Never done any bolt action. I just not my thing. So
right, that's what I do. 90% of everything I set up is bolt action rifles.
Okay. So then here's the thing, and see if you agree with me on this. So we understand he took it out of the stock. I know about that. I've disassembled enough.
There's no video.
And that I'm not putting up a video.
Okay,
I'm pulling up. I'm waiting for this.
Oh,
so
okay.
When people are saying, no, this is not a giant yellow man with a red penis. So stop being crazy, people. But if you look here, when he's coming off, I've tried to show this to you guys on the video, but the rifle's right here. And it's not disassembled because he would not have time to disassemble that rifle. And just because it's one screw, at that point, he wants to get away, stash the rifle, and then come back. And if he could have had a way to disassemble that quickly, you just want to get the fuck out of there. So he wrapped it in either that soft shell or that blanket. And you can see it sticking out here at around 2 o'clock. And when he comes down with it, you can see the butt here, and then you can see a tip of it here. And the zoom in, look at, here's that blanket or soft bag. And it looks like a black blanket he wrapped it in. It's clear as frickin' day. Tommy, are you agreeing with me that that's the rifle?
What I'm seeing on the picture you're showing, yes.
Yeah.
Mel wants to know, would zero really matter on that close of a shot?
Yes. Tommy, you want to answer that?
Yes, it would, because through a scope is different than looking through iron sights.
Yeah. Explain it so Mel knows and Olivia knows.
Okay, Mel, I know Mel's pretty well familiar.
No, she asked the question, Tommy. She asked.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, because I think listen, going out and practically applying and making a shot and why you have to are two different things. I mean, a lot of the things that I know from shooting that I wasn't taught are just by experiential learning, but I can't tell you exactly why something's needed. So could you explain that to me too? I want to hear it.
Correct. I mean, he could possibly put it on, but the simplest thing for him to done is, like I said, just disassembled the stock from the receiver and been done with it.
Mm-hmm. But why would a zero matter at 150 if he puts the scope back on and it's not true zero?
Because say if the scope is off 1 or 2 degrees, it's going to shoot the bullet at 1 or 2 degrees, and at 100 yards, that could be 2 foot.
Yeah, and also when you're looking at it, when you put that scope into those brackets, they usually have a soft, like a butyl rubber type thing to hold so it doesn't scratch and doesn't slip. But
no, that's actually, you don't put those on anymore. That's an old thing you used to
even
do.
on an old rifle like that. Did you see the scope on that?
Yeah,
thing?
No, that's a modern scope.
No, that's those pictures aren't the one.
Yeah, even on an old rifle, they would mount the scope directly to the rings. I mean, there might have been like a felt piece of paper in there, but that's on cheap rings. You don't put those on with good rings.
Okay, so on that old rifle, the picture that I showed you, I didn't think that was a modern scope. What are we talking about modern? The last 20 years?
No, probably last 50 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, scopes haven't changed that much in 50 years.
Tommy, I don't know if I agree with what you're telling me right now, because either A, I am missing something huge, because every scope that I've put on, I would have sworn that on the inside ring there is a small, protected around that ring when you clamp it down like that. But
there is on some rings, yes.
Okay.
But on 90% of rings you put on, there is not. You mount the ring directly to the scope. Because the rings are set to just so high precision, you just set them in there and they fit perfect.
Right. No, I understand. It grabs that. Okay. So, all right. So then why does torque matter?
Because if you put too much pressure, it bends the tube a little bit.
That's why I always thought you had
on
those
that
things.
aspect of it, I'll be 100% honest. I'm not to the long range precision.
Yeah.
I set up hunting rifles.
No, I'm with you. I don't know the answer too. I would rather call a couple sniper buddies of mine and ask the question. But I always thought most of those rings had some form of protection around them for that simple reason of over crimping, right? So you did it. Hold on a second. Here we go. Jack says, when did scopes start using a protective clamp ring? Rifle scopes began using protective clamp rings as early as the 18... Okay, you're going too far back. We want to know early. Okay. Here we go. Picatinny rail, 1995, the adoption of the mill STD 1913, known as the Picatinny rail. I can't believe we call it Piccadilly. I'm so fucking tired. By the U.S. military, standardized the mounting platform. This led to a boom in standardizing rings and accessories that offered a greater strength and reliability. Modern rings, 1980s, 1990s, and beyond. By the late 20th century, scopes and mounting systems had improved considerably with features that prevent damage to ensure a secure, repeatable fit. Today, many protective rings are precision machined from the materials like aluminum with larger clamping surfaces areas to prevent indentions and hold the scope firmly in place. Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
but that
sounds 100% correct.
Okay. Maybe just the scopes that I have had relationships with.
And it depends on your rings. If you have good, decent rings, you're not going to have to worry about it. I just the only time I've ever seen that little felt tape in it is on cheap rings.
Well, my references are only from a 308 Savage. So that's why the only bolt action I have ever used in my life on a consistent basis is a 308 AccuTrigger Savage. That's it.
Okay, did it come with the scope? Was it a combo package?
Yes.
Savage is known for that.
Okay, so that's why I'm confused. Okay, so that's great. So it's just my breadth of knowledge is not as extensive as it needs to be. But that makes sense. So, okay, so now that we know that is a precision fit, because I love the Savage. I fucking love that thing. But
it's a great gun.
Oh,
yeah, it's a good gun.
I love that weapon. It's one of my favorite. But that's just bolt action. Listen, the most satisfying thing for bolt action, I just never had a need for it because I'm not a hunter. But I do. I mean, I love the kathunk and I love the action. I love that shit. But most of my experience is with carbine, ARs, SCARs, at 16, shit like that.
Semi-automatic weapons.
Pretty much all semi-automatic shotguns. Double barrel shotguns and target shotguns, but that's pretty much it. But and of course a plethora of handguns. But that's why when I'm talking about this, I wanted you to call in. So scope doesn't need to be removed.
No.
Put in a backpack. Now,
if you look at that gun, the original picture of the gun that the FBI released, you'll see the stock and you'll see the receiver on it, and there's one screw at the bottom.
Yeah.
You can take that screw out, and then the whole bolt and barrel releases from the stock.
Okay.
So that's probably why it had the screwdriver.
Right. So that explains it. So didn't need it for the scope, but needed it for the underscrew, which holds the full weapon system of the receiver to the stock, which is just like the M1 carbine. I mean, it's exactly like that, right? Because my carbine's the same fucking way. It literally is one screw. Oh, and then I actually have to take off the ring at the front of the barrel.
Yeah, on that one you do, but on rifles, most hunting rifles,
it's just one
you
screw.
just one screw and you're done.
Okay, so that's why. Okay, well that makes sense. You know what I need to do? I need to go hunting with you. Do you do hunting, or are you just build the things?
I used to. I don't anymore. It's just hard for me to get out of the woods.
I just want somebody to take me hunting, dude. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, I just have never had. I mean, fishermen. I've done fishing all day long, but I've always wanted to go. I never did. I was a city boy.
With my dad.
I don't want to go hunt. Your dad.
I'll ask around and see what I can work out for you, buddy.
Shit, yeah. Give me a nice tour, Tommy. I love you, buddy. You are always such a plethora of information, and I thank you so much for always educating me on the gaps that I don't have.
No problem, buddy.
Or the gaps that I do have. Thanks, buddy. Bye.
No, bye-bye.
Bye. So, thank you, Tommy. Folks, we are way past our goal. Mr. Hollandaise Sauce trying, and great show, 2625. Thank you, 199.44. Listen, you don't know everything, folks. You need experts. You need people who know these things. And listen, quality of what I can do with a rifle versus Mel Lowe donated $51.99. Thanks, Mel. We love you. Versus people's experience, like a gunsmith or a gun seller, or a rigger. These guys know their shit. Also, Melanie knows her shit about firearms too, so it helps. You want to talk about Glocks though, or HKs or SIGs? Thomas Austin 2110. Thank you 272.53. Here is a video also about the shooting. This is not going to go into a whole bunch. Liv, I thank you for being here tonight. I know it's, been a lot of talking. Me too, Matt. Never been deer hunting. I have the weaponry. I've never been deer hunting. I've been boar hunting, and we didn't get anything. So that doesn't count. Like duck and dove. Yep. And I'm a hell of a trap shooter. Olivia will tell you, right, honey?
Yep.
But I've just never been hunting. Fishing all day long.
That gun was so freaking heavy, I couldn't shoot it.
Yeah, Tommy knows his. Yeah, Tommy is. You were fine. You did fine. Tommy knows his shit. He's good at what he does. All right, so here's this video. This is just watch.
Okay, here's kind of the angle here at Losi Center, there at the Student Union, kind of coming from this way, shooting downward angle. I just talked to these gentlemen who were here at that time.
How much that rifle weigh? I'm gonna assume 10, 12 bucks. Pounds. So 30-06 with composite on that old Mauser. What, 12 pounds? 10 pounds? I would assume. Without any modifications to any additions like a flashlight or reinforced stock or sling or anything like that. 10, 12 pounds, I would assume. Tommy? I need to come to Canada. Oh, I'd come to Canada. I'd love to go. I'd love to go. Want to come catch some gators? Nope. No desire. All right, let's watch this.
They said really hard to place the shot. It was banging around. But you can see here that there is...
Now, this guy says it was hard to place the shot. And I just want to be transparent. The people who watch this show, I told you where the shooter was and placed the shooter from the reaction of the crowd, the reaction of the guy filming, and looking at the map. Everyone remembers that. 7 to 10 pounds? Okay, fair enough. So for this guy to sit here and say it was hard to identify where the shot came from, I disagree. Because we did it on the show. And we also told you it was a bolt action rifle, right? Properly set up bolt is deadly accurate. There's no doubt. That Savage 308, Olivia knows that's on my checklist, my dream. Mm-hmm. I want that AccuTrigger Savage back, that 308, that Scout version. I want that thing more than anything else. If I can get that thing back, I will die a happy man. Tommy, go get it for me. But we said it was a bolt action. Caliber was either a 308 or a 270. It wound up being a 30-06. And we had location of shooter and how far it was. Remember, they said 200, and I'm like, no, not a chance. There's no line of sight from 2. And that's what it was, 150. I think we said 125 to 150 is what we called. And I even pulled up the map and counted out the feet for you. And it was right there, whoop, right where he was. So this video is bullshit.
Coaches up there. There was a video out there that showed a flash. So we don't have all that data. But interesting how it's been sort of concreted over. And, we're having a lot of improvements. It kind of reminds me of the Canfield 4 in a way. But walking back this way, it just seems a lot farther than on television. On TV, that's a real close shot where that first guy is on that first stair. It's a real close shot. And Charlie going from the left to the right.
Okay, I'm done.
So
this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Go ahead.
Where was Charlie at in that whole thing?
Charlie was right here. I'll show you. Charlie, there was a tent right here.
Okay.
And he would have been about right there.
Got it.
Well, a little bit closer, about right there in the chair.
Got it.
And the canopy was, I believe, a little under this entryway right here.
Okay.
I sold 3 Savage Access with AccuTriggers. No, I want the Scout Savage 308 AccuTrigger with the expanded stock. That's the one I want. I think it's circa 2021, 2019, 2018, somewhere around there. And it's the Scout. If you find me that, Tommy, I'll send you the check. I'll sell the children's college tuition.
shot.
Yeah, this guy's done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this.
And Charlie going from we're having a lot of improvement.
So the people saying that it was super close, super far, couldn't make the shot. It was expertise beyond the capability. Okay. All right. So here we have a copy of the letter. And this is going to be fun. And Olivia, we're going to play a role.
Okay.
Are you excited?
Sure.
So am I. It's going to be fun. And you are going to play the roommate. And I am going to play Tyler Robinson.
Okay.
Now, people are saying that the FBI manufactured this. Now, this is an area of expertise, and I may not know everything about bolt-action rifles, but I can tell you a shit ton about this. Okay, see what I can do. Damn right, Tommy, get to work. How did it get on the roof? It was disassembled in his backpack.
Janet said, PM me what you're looking for. My son-in-law can probably get it for you.
Okay. I got to go to Tommy, though, because Tommy's my boy. And if I got to do the sale, I got to go through Tom. That guy's hooked me up. You know, he gives me with the shit I don't know. Mel does a good job. Melanie does a good job. There's so many people who help me out. I can't even begin to tell you, but I got to buy it through Tommy first if he can get it. All right. So how did he get on? It was in his backpack. We just explained it. He took the bolt screw from the bottom, which is what attaches the receiver. Right before your trigger, you've got a small drilled out thread, and that goes up into the receiver and tightens and clamps it down. One bolt does that. On the M1, it's a little different. You got to take off the front ring too, but that's the M1. Once again, we're not talking about semi-automatic. We're talking about bolt action. Thunk, thunk. And then it took it off, and then when you stand up the stock, it's composite. It's actually going to be longer than the receiver, and you're probably going to save about 10 inches. So he put it side by side, and they stuck it in the backpack, zipped the backpack up like a long umbrella, and climbed the roof and got up. But getting down would require him to undo the screw again and then fold it up, put it back. He didn't do that. He put it in a blanket, wrapped it up, and jam boogied the fuck out of there because he didn't want to get sighted and seen. Because once the shot goes out, people are going to start locking it down. So. And like everyone said, which I knew, if you took it out of the stock and the composite, you could put it back in, and then it would be sighted in, and it would still be fine because the scope stayed on the receiver, and it doesn't matter because it slides in and it locks into place. He already made the shot, so undoing it would just waste time. So you see it in the blanket, and that's how. So he took it apart. It's in his backpack. That's where the screwdriver was needed. And he put it back together, made the shot. Got it? Good. All right, let's do this. So let's talk about this letter.
Yeah.
I just sent you a picture.
You send it to me?
What was it on? Where'd you send it to me? Did you send me by text?
Or email?
Tommy, you don't have my cell phone? Folks, we are so past goal. 272.53. We got to hit it, folks. We're already on extra time. Come on, help out. I don't have anything from Tommy.
Either.
Tommy, where'd you send it? All right, let's do this first. So this is the letter that everyone's flipping out about. It's manufactured. It's written by the FBI. It doesn't sound like two punks. Well, let me tell you how I know. I'll give you a little inside information because I know words like skibbity.
Bussin'.
And bussin'. And you got cooked. Because I'm down because I've got 2 kids. And let me tell you, my love is not that strange because it's a term of endearment that teachers say to kids all the time, and I heard it during COVID.
Oh
my love, my love. And they talk to kids this way, my love, and that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy says, email, nobody, just Messenger. Well, where did you send it in Messenger, dude? I'm looking at it right now. Dude, Tommy, send me something if you can. Matt at thedumbshow.com. See if we can do that. All right, so let's do this, and I will explain to you why this is not written by the FBI. Okay, but remember, these are text strings. Now, I'm being told that if you believe this, you're retarded. Was there a ladder somewhere to go on the roof? I don't know. No idea. All I know is he got up there. So, Liv, I will be Robinson.
Okay.
And you're going to be roommate, okay?
Okay.
Here we are.
Okay.
Make sure you talk with a gruff voice.
Well, I'm supposed to be transitioning, right?
Totally should be a woman. That's right. Yep.
So I'm
okay.
good.
So you don't have a thingy anymore. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I am still okay, my love, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I got to grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you.
You weren't the one who did it, right?
He put like 4 question marks. You should be more emphatic.
You weren't the one who did it, right?
I am sorry.
I thought they caught the person.
No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering.
Why?
Why did I do it?
Yeah.
I had enough of this of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it.
How long have you been planning this?
A bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is, oh my God, allergies are killing my eyes. Maybe it's because we're short on goal. And I feel like I'm not appreciated. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Yeah, my eyes are bad because I can't see. Get off my books. You're being a dick turd. Cat. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The fucking messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm going to have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I would say Grandpa's gun does just fine. I don't know. I think that was a $2,000 scope. I don't know about that much, but it is a Vortex, and it's a good. I have a Vortex. They're not cheap. Go ahead.
That's all you.
Oh,
the way.
Okay, come on. You know what? I'm trying the best I can.
Bless you.
Still sick.
Mm-hmm.
Delete this exchange. My dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me, not answering. Since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy. You are all I worry about, love. I'm much more worried about you. Okay.
My thought.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it.
Is the roommate started asking questions. Did he plan on turning him in? And that's why he was asking so many questions?
That's a really good thought. Or there's some people who think he was running cover and trying to, like Breaking Bad, absolve the roommate of any responsibility by playing coy, like naive with Skylar. I don't think that's it. I think he was trying to get him to go get the rifle. Because if you listen to said it last night, the guilt points are there.
Mm-hmm.
If only I had the rifle, and if somebody was close who would go get it.
No, I'm talking about the roommate.
Yeah,
the questions he was asking.
Yeah.
Do you think in the questions he was asking were because he wanted to turn him in, but he wanted to get some answers first, so he had proof? No?
I think the roommate knew all along. I think the exchange is, whether it's genuine or not, is the only question. But I honestly think that he was trying to get him to go get the rifle.
That's what it sure sounds like, because he says
He's not
something and then
there.
immediately.
He said it 5 times. If only I had the rifle. If only I had the rifle. If only we could live forever in each other's arms if I had the rifle. But everyone's like, it's not real. It's not real. It can't be real. This isn't real. There's no way it's real. It's impossible. This is all fake. It's manufactured. It sounds like the Fed. Let me explain something. That is an official manuscript. And when it comes to court evidence, the jury will have, folks, we're at 272.53. We have got to hit goal, please. I can't, I got to finish tonight, and we're at 9:30. I'm dying over here. I'm dying, folks. The clock was supposed to help Liv.
You didn't put it up. It didn't stay up.
It stayed up the whole time.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I just didn't see it.
Yeah. All right. So, when you have evidence that goes in for public record and consumption, there is going to be, like, let's just say there's a homicidal killer. And every time he kills somebody, he puts Cyrillic carvings into the person's body. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then they take pictures. But every time he puts a different message. Some 300 BC Sanskrit language that nobody speaks. So you're going to get to a jury and they're going to say, okay, well, here's the evidence. And they're going to be like, what the fuck does that mean? Well, let's get the interpreter. Ahmed? Can you please translate? Well, sure, this is ancient Cyrillic, and he basically says, and the jury's like, I have no fucking idea what he's saying. Can we get an interpreter for Ahmed? Hello? My name is Raul. It's wonderful to see you. I made you Slurpees this morning. I brought them all for you. It's wonderful. I get blueberry, raspberry, some hot dogs filled with cheese. So instead of doing that, they fill in the gaps and they would decipher. Kind of like we did with the MS-13 tattoos. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, MS-13, those are photoshopped. They're trying to help people understand what the MS-13 means. Do we understand, Liv?
Yes.
Okay. So the FBI filled the gaps in on that written transcript. Because it's going to go into evidence and they are going to decipher retard talk, which is kids talk. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Because if I had to hear, oh man, it went down and it was so skibbity and I got scorched, yo. And oh, Bobby Richardson, 3140, tell me you love me. We love you. Thank God. I mean, I can't believe it's so hard. Like, this is a great show. We had so many people on. We still have fucking couple hundred on. This is ridiculous. Anyway, slow night. Busy night, slow donations. It's okay. We hit it. Thank you, God, so much. All right. So you're going to decipher the transcript and fill in the holes. But if you look at it like this, it doesn't look so bad. When you look at it like a text, it looks pretty standard. And it looks like a normal conversation between people. Some things are capitalized, some people aren't. Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, is this the communication? Folks, why would they lie? To cover for Israel? I mean, come on. This is
reaching for straws.
They're
People are
reaching for
grasping
straws. Yes. Melanie says to use as evidence or it gets thrown out in criminal court. I understand. What are we? Wait. Both of you could be right. What does that mean? I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't.
Oh, maybe she's saying it's to use as evidence to get in court or get thrown out of criminal court. The way it's set up, that's why people are saying it's fake.
It's fake because they wrote a transcript to submit that. They submit that into evidence because they clean it up for context so it's easily read. Nobody believes that that's exactly what was said. They're deciphering it. So if there's language in there, Mr. Hollanday donate 3140. Thank you, Maddie. E, come here. Quickly. Give me something that your parents would not understand. Go to the mic. Run over there, quick. Give me something in your language as a kid that your mother and I have no fucking clue what you would be saying. Go ahead and do that. Let me change the camera angle. No. Hold on a second. I got to turn on that thing. Thank you, Mel. 2110 bit for overdrive. Thank you. All right, E-Dog.
Thanks, Mel.
Give me something. Say something. Give me a sentence or two. Go.
I don't.
Come on, dude. Don't screw this up. Just come on. I need you to do it.
I don't know what to say. It's all,
Just talk to me like you're talking to one of your bros, and I would have no freaking clue what you're saying.
The bros group at lunch, dude. The bros group at lunch.
No.
Yes, no, Ethan. That's exactly what I want. I need you to do
Cooper,
it. I need you to do it now. I need you to leave. Just talk.
Talk about flag football.
No, say something that you would say to your friends that we wouldn't understand. Come on, use that language.
Probably Sigma.
No. Say it as pretend like you're talking to one of your friends, please. Ethan, you know what I'm asking you to do. Why is this so hard?
I don't know.
Talk to me like one of your stupid, retarded friends, please. Yo, man, what you doing? What are you doing today? Get out of here.
He gets shy like me. He can't do it.
He's not shy. He's retarded. Get out of here.
Get sissy.
Go get a brain. Go get some acting skills. You're rejected. How can you not answer this? Is it shy? Is it shy, you think?
He can't be
You're
put
really
on the
good
spot.
at this, though.
No, he can't be put on
He's
the spot.
been on this show before. You're not retarded. I was kidding. I know. You're brain damaged.
It's like when you ask me to do something like out of the blue, I freeze. I can't do it.
You don't freeze. You do. Oh, we're not talking about that. See it. Go get your mom. Or your sister. Get your mom's sister. All right. Well, he tried. You're not an idiot, buddy. I love you. Okay. Bro, that's sacred code between the sons and us. No, it's not. Yeah, he sits there and says totally tubular. He is not shy. You saw him on the video.
Well, the thing is, he's like me. Like when I first got on here, it's taken me a while. You were like, here, talk about the donations. And I'm like, No,
you still do that. You just did that a second ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's not you.
But he's a lot like me when it comes to that. I can't even freaking get him to go into the pizza place to get our pizza or drop off an Amazon package.
Okay, get in here quick. I mean, Matt with the shooter come sit on the mic. Wasn't in his gun picked up in Olivia with roommate wanting evidence written. I don't know about any of that. All I know is that the gun was picked up by the FBI and U.S. Marshals and local police. Olivia.
Yes.
Or Hayden.
Hold on.
Talk to. Did you just told me to hold up?
Yes.
Sorry.
She did.
Can you please talk to me in 2 or 3 sentences the way you would talk to your friends, and I would absolutely not understand. In no way, shape, or form would I understand what
Chat, I bagged the hose.
That's one sentence. Stop. You're hurting my ears. You're hurting my ears. You're yelling. Stop it. Pull away from the mic if you're going to do that, please. That my ears are about to bleed.
Sorry.
Try it again.
Chat, I bagged the hose.
Okay. That's one sentence, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you just have a conversation for 2 or 3 sentences, please?
Chat, I bagged the hose. He's low-key so fine. And I don't really know what else. 6'7".
You can't help now. I gave you a chance, yo.
6'7".
Leave.
Wait, I have it.
No,
I have it.
No.
Let's hear it.
All right,
no, I have it.
Quick, hurry up.
Chat, I bagged the hose. He's low-key so fine. I have like D1 Riz.
Okay, you need to leave.
The sad thing is I understand for part of it because you talked to me in the car.
No.
We don't care. No, you're distracting from the show now.
Okay.
You've done your part. Leave. I love you. Goodbye.
It's a true story, guys.
That's wonderful. Great. All right, low key, skivity. Bye. Okay, get out. Okay, your aura is bothering me. What's wrong?
Don't say that. Apparently you said something really bad.
Why can't we say your aura is bothering me? What does that mean?
Don't say that. What does it mean?
Stop it. Don't walk away. What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Oh, it means like coolness.
Okay, you just said that I'm the coolest person in the world that's bothering me. I'll give you $5 million if you say
No, you don't have any money.
How are you gonna give him money?
Okay, so I can't. Oh, how about this? How about you're giving off skank vibes? No, can't say that. How about this? You're both the mailman's kids. Now shut the door and leave. Get out of my sight. Love you. Turn off the light.
Sad thing is
So could you
she
imagine-
talks to her friends in the car and talks to me, and I
Yeah.
partially understood that.
Do you guys understand? So if you went to a jury and said that, so what the prosecution will do is say this is a captured conversation that the defense and the prosecution have agreed captures the essence of the conversation. Here are the original texts in their formats, and the information you have in front of you is going to decipher what the meaning of this language is. That is why you do that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Aura farming. I don't know what any of this shit means, and I don't care. Did you just put that in?
Yes, I did.
It's ridiculous. Courtney
Dadu.
Didayu.
Your favorite new snow Mexican.
Oh, it's Didayu.
Didayu?
Didao.
It's
Didao.
French
No,
Canadian?
Didao would be EAUX.
Is it French Canadian?
Sound it out. Go put it in. Just type it in. What is Didao? D-E-D-I-E-U. You type it in over there.
Where?
Forget it.
You do it. I don't know.
God, you're such a. Do something with a knife. Spell it.
Let me go look.
Are you kidding me, Olivia?
Yeah.
You just typed it.
I had to look while I was typing it.
I got it. No, that's deduce. Deduce. I know how to say deduce. Do you have the name?
I'm looking.
What is wrong with you? You're supposed to. What? Okay, Skibbity. Come here. Come here. You are primo numero uno aura.
Dedieu.
You're just cool, dude, and I love you.
I love you too.
I do.
Also, Mom.
What?
Hurry up. No, we're doing a show.
He's got to tell me before he goes to bed. What?
Wake me up.
Before you go.
The Astros game is right now.
Hurry up. We'll tell you. Shut
I'll
up.
let you know who won. Okay.
Go to bed. Hold your breath for 15 minutes and leave us alone.
The silver boot is on the line.
Well, how do you spell it again one more time? Just saying.
Dedieu.
I think it's like DDU or something. Check it out. Okay. I don't have honorary Mexican blood. All right, let's get into this. Folks, listen, if you're like, I'm new to the dumb show and I don't understand what's happening here, who are these kids and why is their family? Because this is what we do.
This is our family.
Our family is involved in the show and we have a good time and we love each other. Hey, Matt, what I meant was they showed that, but to entire, it is evidence 100%. You had to get the digital ID on the phone, iPad, or computer to enter it as evidence. Correct. Yeah, so people are flipping out. Oh, my God, people would never write that. But that my love thing is totally normal with these idiot kids. That's the way it's a term of endearment, like honey or sweetie when we were kids. Like, oh, come here, hon.
Oh, honey.
Oh, honey, skate your knee. Now it's my love. So it's a term of endearment, and they do the same thing. So, folks, it's not, everything doesn't have to be JFK just because JFK happened. You know what I'm saying? Totally right. Okay, now, before I hear it from people like 3 months from now, and people say, you're a horrible dad to your sons. Shit, can't even talk. You're a horrible father to your children because you insult them and make fun. Wait for it. Okay, good. All right. My kids are the most well-rounded children in the world. They're smart. They do well in school. They're somewhat clean, kind of. We don't really win on that area, do we?
Unfortunately, they take after me in that area.
So what do you think about Trump going after Antifa as a terrorist group? And he strongly recommends that those who funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated according. This is going to have a constitutional challenge for sure. And let's go into it since I'm here doing this and we're still here tonight. And we did overdrive quite a bit. So we'll do this. Did I have anything else I want to talk about tonight?
We were going to talk about that. That's what I showed
What?
you. But Trump naming Antifa a terrorist organization.
I know. I just want to make sure there was nothing else.
Did you? Is how it's pronounced.
Did you? That's what I said. Did you?
Did you?
Like, did your booty? Like Olivia, I did your booty this morning. 4 times.
Yeah, no. I was late for work.
Because I did it 4 times.
No, it's because I couldn't freaking wake up this morning. I was so
Listen, can you just let me look like my aura is strong? Why are you busting my skibbities?
Yeah, I'm bussing, man.
Busting. These kids are retarded.
I don't understand their speak. Now I understand why our parents looked at us like we were freaking nuts.
Dude, the worst thing we did was like bitching or...
You used to do tits.
Yeah, that's tits. That's golden. That's golden. It's tits. It's bitching.
Like was the big one.
Like, dude. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Matt says, Jesus, Matt. It's not true, though. It's she totally fucking debunked it. Like I would
Mike
have
Lynch sus or a Matt sus.
I
sus.
thought I'd get some street cred from that, but she's like, no, I just couldn't wake up. So not only was I completely unarousing, I was boring.
Yeah, Matt Holiday says, yeah, lay off his Riz.
Okay, you all need to you need to shut the fuck up. Shut up. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
So I looked this up a couple nights ago, and I think he's going to get a constitutional challenge on naming terrorist groups. But here's his authority. It's foreign terrorist groups. So it's FTOs. So foreign terrorist organizations. Now, if he can show that Antifa is worldwide, but he would have to show foreign dollars. The power comes from Immigration and Nationality Act. It's the INA, Section 219. If you want to look it up yourself. Comes through the State Department, and the Secretary of State would make the designation, but only with the president's approval. Domestically, though, he can't. Domestically, it's completely different. So there's no legal mechanism for labeling U.S. groups terrorist organizations the way you can do for foreign groups. FBI and DOJ can investigate them, and the president can direct federal agencies to treat them as security threats, as a national security threat. But only Congress could create an official domestic designation system, which is why J6 wasn't a group and didn't recognize them as a domestic terrorist group. But Proud Boys and others, the Oath Keepers, were designated as a threat to national security. And they held them under the Patriot Act and the National Security Act. So Trump can and did name foreign groups as terrorist groups because he did that with Tren de Aragua and MS-13. But it's a little different on home soil. So he's going to get constitutionally challenged on this. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And unless he can show that Antifa has foreign influence and monies coming in, which he very well may, they are a domestic group. And like I said, he can designate them as threats to national security, which is might as well just be just as bad. Baseball Goat 124. Thanks, buddy. Can't believe there are 120 other 3 baseball goats. It sucks for you. It's bad. Good to see you here. But this is going to be constitutionally challenged. The good news is it's a federal mandate, so therefore this should be fairly quick. Supreme Court will pick it up quick. It'll probably go to the D.C. Circuit Court. Some asshole federal judge will file a motion, and then it will go to the D.C. SCOTUS, Supreme Court. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Could he get them on RICO and racketeering charges? Sure. He can get them on a lot of things, but that doesn't mean they're domestic terrorists. Domestically, they are going to say that they are a First Amendment free speech group with no real organization, no real heads of the group, and therefore you can't label them that because there is no formalized Antifa. They've done a very good job of staying it's not coalesce, is it?
Under the radar?
No, it's coalesce. But under the radar is good. But coalesce to the ether, is that the saying? I hate my brain. I hate it. I fucking hate it sometimes. They've done a very good job not to coalesce.
Do you think they will have cameras in the courtroom in Utah for the trial?
No. I don't. They should. I
Unless they just do everything over the WebEx or whatever.
They won't. They'll do it. They'll do it.
It's such a highly publicized case.
Just let me think. We'd have to check state law because it's going to be a state law issue.
Is there a difference for domestic terrorists?
A difference in what?
I don't know. That was the question.
No, but like foreign terrorists on foreign soil, you don't owe them due process. Like if you designate someone a foreign terrorist and they come on our soil, you can do a lot. You can ship them off to Guantanamo Bay. You can hold them indefinitely without due process, without constitutional rights. A terrorist group is an enemy combatant, and you can treat them under the form of the Uniform Code of Military Justice and the Geneva Convention of how you treat enemies. And you kill enemies. So when you designate someone a domestic terrorist and they get labeled as that, they're open season on those fucking people. So but you don't freak out, people. We're not a democracy. I know. But a democratically elected, that's true. That's the way we elect them. President, a duly elected president, you don't want him killing your citizens by saying, yeah, you're a threat to the government. You're now a domestic terrorist group. You're protesting and I don't like it. You don't like my reign? Now it's time for you to die. You don't want that. That's bad. Bad. You know? Hey, Goat124, I speak it too. So yeah, you don't want to do that.
The shooter did have ties to Antifa, didn't he?
He did.
Yes. Okay.
And he also, DSM, Democratic Socialists of America, DSA. And he had a DSA t-shirt on in some of the pictures. The public has a right. They may only no, they don't. That's not the way it works, Melanie. A reporter, but sometimes because of the distraction, they'll allow a sketch artist or a reporter in there that she's saying cameras, which it means to televise the trial at all times. Let me find out for you because I can answer this question.
You think Erica's going to go to the trial?
I wouldn't if I were her. Why?
True. Do you think she'll be at sentencing?
Yeah. Yeah, she should be. She should be, and she should speak, and she should confront him. And I mean, it's a testament to her husband. Yeah, I don't think she should be there every day. I don't think she should have to go through it. I don't think Jackie O should have had to go through watching a trial that was never going to happen with Oswald. By the way, they were going to knock off this kid, it would have been done by now. He's meeting with lawyers now. Whatever conspiracy was trying to be concealed is too late now because now he's talking. So they would have whacked him long before this.
Didn't Merrick Garland name parents as domestic terrorists?
God, I love you guys. Wow. What?
Didn't Merrick Garland name parents as domestic terrorists?
Yeah, so be very, very clear when I say this. And I'll answer that in just 1 second. Can I answer the first question first?
Yes.
Okay, good. See, for federal crimes, it's different. So it's state law. this is a state case. State doesn't have to televise anything. California televised O.J. Simpson, but there's been plenty of cases that weren't televised. Utah does allow cameras in the courtrooms, but it isn't an automatic right of the people. It's controlled by the courts. Utah Rules Judicial Administration Rule 4-401-01-04-04-02464. Who do we appreciate? Govern courtroom media coverage. Cameras and recording devices are generally permitted in most court proceedings unless the judge finds good reason. Now, the only reason why they wouldn't is because it was causing some sort of ruckus or causing some sort of delay in the actual trial. Public access is an opportunity. Federal courts, though, they never allow cameras. Federal is no. So what I was saying is that's what I was trying to help you understand. Federal, no way. Because first of all, it's the right of the accused, because that person's going to be seen nationally. They will never have a normal life again. States are a little bit different, is that just because a state has a big trial doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be national. This one will be, and that's why they may not allow cameras. It's really going to be up to the judge, sorry. But they will have to allow reporters. I've thought about going. I've thought about taking an extended 3 or 4 weeks down there and covering it. I really do. I've got to play a role in this. I don't know what it is, but there is a role that I'll have to play, and it's not making T-shirts. But I do have a role to play in this, and like I said, I don't know what it is. Okay, what was the question?
Didn't Merrick Garland name parents domestic terrorists?
Okay. So I want to get the legislation up first. I want you to understand. He did not, not officially. So here's what you need to understand. This is a little different than what I just said. So under Section 219, which is the INA, the Immigration and Nationality Act, State Department can designate foreign groups as foreign terrorists, like I said, FTOs. But Garland's DOJ stance, as Attorney General, Garland said domestic terrorism, such as racial motivated violence, militia extremism, or anarchist violence. And the DOJ and FBI investigated because Biden declared these people as a threat, and they could be treated as domestic terrorists as far as how they were surveilled and looked at and how they collected information and data on them. That's the difference. So it's not a formal name or designation. It is an order for the executive branch to tell the FBI and the DOJ to treat people as a threat, and to collect information and ascertain their dispositions through that collection process. It's highly illegal. And Merrick Garland should have been removed. And this is when we saw the national strategy for countering terrorism. I showed it to you, based upon like the flags, the Don't Tread flag, the Appeal to Heaven flag. They also talked about parents and released these internal memos that we showed you that demonstrated that they were labeling parents who were questioning transgenderism in certain books and certain teachings in school as domestic terrorists. So they treated them as such, but they didn't make any declaration officially. Hi, this is Matt. Is this Mel?
Yes, this is Mel.
I was just about to ask your question, Mel, but he was talking.
Oh,
I'm always talking.
I know. Of course, he's always talking.
Oh yeah, because it's a show. Yeah, I know. Like if I was a porn star, I'd be excuse me. If I was a porn star, hey.
Oh, God.
Listen, Canada. If I was a porn star, I'd always be fucking too. Would you complain about that? All right.
Yeah,
I would.
because
I've got a
not
really
getting any
white butt, so it would be pretty. All right. What do you want to talk about?
I just wanted to say all these states now are starting to implement these things, the law or statutes or blah, whatever they call them, about the face coverings for law enforcement.
Right.
So when is the rest of the other states and whatever going to stand up and say nobody can go to any of these whatever's wearing face masks, covering sunglasses, tablecloths on their head, like whatever, to cover their identity. Like, it's got to stop. Like, law enforcement is there to enforce the law.
That's right.
And they're trying to keep their families safe. These other pieces of shit are troublemakers. So they should be like, there should be, unless it's a really religious thing, and so then 99% of all these fools are going to now dress up in burqas so they can declare a religious freedom. That would be hilarious. So if all these tablecloth wearing, whatever, mask wearing, black Antifa, whatever, umbrella carrying, whatever, they're all going to come to their whatever in burqas to get away from the thing that they can't cover their faces anymore. It's
right.
time.
So they're going to take
Like,
they're going to take religious clauses and religious liberties in order to go.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
It comes down to this: the Cali Cartel, MS-13, Tren de Aragua. These groups are known for targeting DEA and ICE, and people cover their face in law enforcement to protect their identities, and they do this during stings. They do this with CIs. This is a standard practice to protect the identity of government officials. This isn't anything new. We do it for whistleblowers. I mean,
oh no, I agree. But what's happening now is
no, I know. I was just talking about our people. That's all. I was just talking about how everybody wants ICE to demask and shit. And I'm just saying, no, you want them to?
No, I don't want them to. Like, really? No, when you're doing your shit, no, you need to protect yourself and your, like, whatever, in this day and age right now.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is these pieces of shit that are out there, what started out with the Antifa with their little black outfits and their little black umbrellas and all their other bullshit.
Yeah.
It's escalating. It's escalating across the world.
Of course it is.
Because what they're doing now is the guys are dressing in burqas.
Right.
So that's what's coming next. So when they say that all these Antifa or whatever have to take their masks off or whatever, the next thing you're going to see is 9 million burqas showing up with umbrellas.
Yes, I understand. Or they're going to be wearing turbans and shit. And
exactly.
I understand.
Hiding behind a religion.
Are you sick?
That is not there.
Are you smoking? Are you smoking weed? What are you doing?
No, I don't smoke weed. I've never smoked weed my entire lifetime.
It sounds like you're taking 6-foot graphic hit bongs from the stairs or something.
No.
Are you okay?
No.
Got a cold?
No. I've been a little ill in the last couple of weeks, so I'm just coming out of it now. So
go get some tea, get some mentholatum, and get rest and feel better, please.
I will.
All right.
My
gay North Dakota needs to be healthy.
Yeah. I wish.
Okay.
Anyways,
do you have an inhaler?
I do.
Can you use it, please? Do you have a nebulizer? Do you have a humidifier? You sound bad. You're making me worried.
No. I have all of that, and it's just the end of. I've got pneumonia.
Okay, stop talking. It's not helping. Don't make me come up there and kick your ass. Take care of yourself. Love you. Bye.
I really wish you'd come up and kick my ass.
I may just don't give me listen, lady. Don't give me an attitude. And then
I'm
what's great is I'll
there.
get there. I'll be like, "Hi, Mel." And she'll be like, "Can you stop talking?"
Oh no. We'll sit down and we'll have no sleep because it will be nonstop talking.
We'll bring the kids. It'd be fun. It would be fun. I would like to go to Canada.
With the horses the whole time.
Yeah, but I would like to go to Canada. I'm not gonna lie. I do. It'd be fun. All right, we're gonna leave you. Bye.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, Mel.
Love
Thanks.
you. Bye.
All right. Listen. Okay. First of all, Tommy Cawthon is one of the coolest mother humpers in the world. He's a good dude, and he's not trying to hurt anybody. Tommy doesn't do that. Tommy is nice. So if anyone was offended or something, I'm just reading some stuff. Don't be. Kelly, maybe you were kidding too. I don't. But Tommy is not trying to make anyone feel stupid. Tommy, you did a great job and you explained it just fine. Everyone, we're good. Kelly is a pod.
I think she probably asked about Nick Fuentes.
Nick Fuentes is he is a very influential.
Oh, she wanted to know what a groiper was.
Oh, I can answer that. A groiper. This is the group of Nick Fuentes' little crew. Like, we have the dummies. I know it's not meant to be derogatory. It's the Don't Unfriend Me's, and I didn't coin it. But we have the dummies. Barstool Sports has stoolies, and nobody thinks they're stool pigeons or narcs. Nick Fuentes has the groypers, and they are, a sign of them usually is the green little guy that's squiggly drawing and he usually has big bulgy eyes. These are the groypers. And they're a group of people who essentially are little clones of Nick Fuentes, and they are a mob, and they grow together, and they celebrate their manhood together and their virginity and their Catholic faith, and they pretty much ostracize Jews from society and blacks and anyone who isn't white, and this is who they are. They sound like little neo-Nazis. They are. A lot of it is just like
show. It's
show. And they don't believe what they say, but they do it to get a rise out of people. They do it because they're just like,
because they can.
It's like ding dong ditching. It's like toilet paper in someone's house. It's a modern day, just somebody who fucks with people to fuck with them and says things just to get a reaction. This is what they do. So,
speaking of ding dong ditch, I saw the best video today.
All right, you do it. So, because we got to go. It's 10 o'clock.
We got to go.
It's 10 o'clock. Go ahead.
Oh, it was just this kid got caught ding dong ditching at a house, and the camera, the doorbell camera, and he starts talking to the kid, and the dude's like, "Were you trying to ding dong ditch my house?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he goes,
Dad's like, "Run."
Well, he's like, "Where's your dad? I'm going to call your dad." "Why? Does your dad know you're doing this?" He goes, "Yeah, he's right there."
That's right.
And the guy's like, "What?" He goes, the kid's like, "Well, my dad says this is a rite of passage and he wanted to see me do it." I was like, that's the best dad ever.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you hear the dad run. You see the dad running the opposite way and the kid goes the other way. It was, this is it right here.
That's why I pulled it up.
That's so funny.
We just luckily ran across it, Liv. It just pulled up. It was amazing. I'm old Greg subscribed. Well, Greg, there's always somebody older. There's always somebody younger. There's always somebody smarter. There's always somebody stronger. So you don't worry about being old, Greg. Here's the video that Olivia was talking about, and then we're gonna go because so I still feel like shit.
You knew that. My entire body aches right now.
I know. I'm tired.
My back hurts.
Okay. All right. Fine. Yes, I'll give you a body massage.
Thank you.
I already know what you're working up to.
Oh crap! What do you? Can I help you?
No.
What are you doing here?
I'm really sorry. I was going to ding dong ditch you guys. I'm super sorry.
Does your dad know you're out here doing this? I will call him right now.
Yeah, he does know.
I doubt that.
What's the hold up? I've been caught!
Is that your dad?
Yeah.
He goes ding dong ditching with you?
Yeah, he says it's a core childhood memory and he wants to be a part of it.
Gotta go! Are you kidding?
Okay.
That's so freaking funny.
See, this is, as a husband, this is where I have to decide. Do you understand my life is like this all the time, where I have to decide to ruin Olivia's moment or just go?
Oh, it was staged. Okay. But it's so freaking funny anyway.
How could you not tell that?
Because I watched it on silent and read the captions.
You just watched it just now and laughed just as hard as you did when you watched it the first time.
I know, but it's freaking funny.
Can I tell you something?
What?
Just a little secret. I love you.
I know.
I love you. I love your honesty. I love just
it's innocence.
Oh, okay, let's not please. Let's not push it. Innocent. Oh God, if your mother only knew. But I do love your naivety. And it's cute because it's not bad. There's people who are naive and it's detrimental. You're naive just because you want to see the good in people, and that's the difference. It's beautiful, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I do. And yeah, it's totally fake. It's totally set up. You can tell by the tone and the inflection in their voice and the timing. It was too perfect. But it's really a good one, and it's funny. It's funny. I love you.
I love you too. Now you owe me a beggar massage.
What the fuck? I just gave you a wicked compliment. I told you how great. Sanders says, I'm the oldest man you have, Mr. Matt. I'm 81, but I'm not a Biden yet. Sandra? Something I need to know? Did you? I'm confused.
Did you transition?
It's
I'm very
like,
confused.
When did this happen? Are you? Do you know Tyler Robinson? What did that be? I'm just joking. All right.
Oh.
Some nights I just don't want to leave, but this is going to be one of those nights that we do. I want to say thank you everybody for helping us hit goal. It's a cute video. It's a good video. I watched one the other day, and it was really good, and I can't remember. Let's see if I can find it real quick. No, I can't. I will find it and we'll do it tomorrow. Folks, hey, let's do this. Sandra says fan. I don't understand.
I'm your biggest fan.
Oh.
Not your biggest man.
Bernard Hero. What a great way to spell hero.
Well, I didn't see it.
Heroux. I mean, that's just like, dude, that's like hero on steroids. What is your name? Hero. It sounds like something like a Norse Viking. Where are you from, wanderer? My name is Hero. I'm from the Northwoods Clans. It's outstanding. Like, Hero.
I didn't know the Vikings were from Scotland.
That would be the difference look like this. You don't know the difference, lass. So stop fucking around and pissing in my beer. Hero. Just walks up to a woman. You, me. Poof. Drags her by the hair. You now hero. She sounds like a guy who knows like 7 words like Drago, right? You know?
Yeah.
Drago and Khaleesi. Right. That's all he knows. Khaleesi. Horses. It worked. She got a big smile on her face. She hated it good. You know what I mean? All right, folks. Who's coming next week? Well,
Tomorrow is supposed to be the Michelle chick. We'll see.
We don't call her Michelle chick. Is that how we treat our guests? Michelle chick?
That's
her name?
Her last name. I can't pronounce it.
Quinazi.
I can't pronounce it.
How do I know that when I can't even remember my friends' names? Damn, Matt does Liam Neeson.
You really had to do that, didn't you?
I have a particular set of skills. Make me a nightmare for people like you. If you give it back, I will not look for you. I will not try and find you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you. Good luck.
People are starting to talk about their favorite videos online.
Shut up. Don't talk about that.
I think my favorite's the
Mike Lynch,
sad cat diary. Or the dog that wanted bacon.
I really don't want you guys to talk about popping my cherry, okay? Listen, it's not like I haven't, I don't want to kill a deer. I don't. I like Bambi. I don't know if I would feel good. Can I tell you a story? All right, I'm going to tell you a story. Bonus time. Just quick. I was like 8 years old, and I used to go down to the barranca. And this is a big barranca. We're talking 20-mile wide barranca in Ventura. This is before they plowed all the lemon and the oranges. And this barranca was it would get flooded, and it would, you're in trouble. It was all bamboo. And we know bamboo grows in wet areas. And so if it rained, you got the fuck out of that barranca, because literally a mile long, 30-foot wall of water was coming for your life. But we would go in there, and there was this beautiful lizard that ran up and jumped on a rock. And it was probably like 80 degrees, and it was 10:30 in the morning or so. And his little feet were blue, and his little nose was a little blue, so he's trying to warm up. And he was a little skank lizard, just long and just beautiful, though. Beautiful, gorgeous. And I went with my BB gun that day because I was going to kill something. And I wanted to find a bird or, get a field mouse or something, because I was a good shot with a BB gun. That's where I learned to shoot. Like, I can do damage with that thing. I once nailed two kids that were talking shit about my mom, and they were up on a ridge. And that must have been I don't know, 25, 30 yards. And I hit him with a BB. That was a good shot. Anyway, so there's that lizard. And I aimed at it, and it was probably only like 4 feet away. And I just like, he's not even moving, not even running, you know, run away or something. So I took my gun, rifle, and it's this one right here, right above my head. This is the exact one. It's my my Daisy Winchester BB gun. Everyone goes, "Is that a real Winchester?" No, it's my BB gun from as a kid, and it's what I learned to shoot on, and this is what I used. It's right there, and that is a Daisy model, and I think it's 1947.
Don't shoot your eye out.
Yeah, but it's not one of those. It's wood, full metal, and it's gorgeous, and it is wicked. And it's accurate as shit still till this day. And I tapped the rock, and the lizard wouldn't move. He's too cold. And I'm like, this sucks. So I sat down. I said, I'll wait for him to warm up. And then I'll hunt him. and I'll chase him around, and hopefully he'll get a good run, and I'll hit him, and then, you know, I'll know what it's like to kill something. So I had a BB gun there, and I waited, and he sat there. And he just watched me. And I watched him. And so I grabbed little pedals and I just, you know, throw. And he would, and wouldn't scatter away and just stood there. And I just sat there for like 30, 40 minutes with this lizard. And he wouldn't move. And I don't know. I just watched him do his thing. And at one point he picked up his paw and, you know, his claw and went like this and stretched. And I was like, that's cute. And so I stood up. And when I did, he scurried and ran. And I didn't think about it. And I picked up the rifle. I put him in my sights. I led him a little bit. And he wasn't running, but he stopped in a spot and was moving. He was probably about 10 feet away. And I pulled the trigger and I shot him. And nothing happened. And I know I didn't miss. I was like, there's not a fucking chance I missed. I'm like, maybe there wasn't a BB that was in the slide. That happens sometimes. I'm out. I'm like, no, I loaded. And I know I loaded. And I know I pointed down and came up on the load. So I know it's there. So I walked closer. I killed it one shot. And I know that because right underneath its leg, where I aimed, a little drop of blood formed on the outside of its body. And I know I killed it instantly. And I dropped to my knees. And I cried for at least a couple hours. I could not fucking pull myself together. I felt horrible. I felt like a piece of shit. I literally figured out what mortality was in that moment. And I have never had the appetite to do it again. Now, the military and a guy is a completely fucking different story. It's a mission. It's different. Those people want to kill you. You kill or be killed. A completely different situation. But a harmless, defenseless animal, unless I'm going to eat or unless I need sustenance or unless I'm going to cook it, unless I'm starving, I just don't see the need. So I never hunted. Just never did it. Never had the opportunity.
Probably the only kid that grew up in the state of Montana that did not take hunter safety and never went hunting.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't do it. And I told my dad, I said, if you ever, because he went hunting, his birthday is usually opening day of hunting season up there. And I always told him, I was like, if you bring home Bambi or Bambi's mom, I'll never talk to you again. He never did.
It's really interesting that Kimberly Ann said this, because that's the last part of the story.
What?
She says, I hope you buried it. And it's really interesting. You said, my mom always told me, don't touch lizards because, you know, they'll bring home diseases and we'll all die of the plague. Because my mother was nuts. Just like I couldn't play deed.
Hypochondriac.
The lady's just nuts. You'll get botulism. Don't touch the lizards. So I was looking around and I found a Blue Diamond box of matches in my bag. because I always took things that I may need to light a torch or whatever. And, you know, just watch too much MacGyver. Maybe if MacGyver was on at that time, probably not. But anyway, I had a box of Blue Diamond matches with a couple matches in it. And I dumped it out, and I picked them up, and I put them in the box, and I walked home with them in my backpack. And it was probably, I don't know, a mile and a half. And I got home, and I went to the back, and I dug a hole. We had rose garden, and I dug a hole in the garden, and I went and I got 2 popsicle sticks from the freezer. Those doubles, you know, that have the little diamond pattern. You can break them apart and give one to your buddy. And I ate one of those. And I remember it vividly that 3/4 of the stick was green. And I went and got some twine, and I tied it around, and I made a cross, and I buried the lizard, and I put the cross in it. And my fucking cat dug it up. Kiki.
That's so funny.
My cat Kiki dug it up and comes running in with a lizard, and I'm just like, fuck, no wonder why I'm so fucked up in the head.
It's like Max. Remember in Houston, our old cat Max?
Yeah, I do.
I remember I see something about this long and it's striped and it's wiggling in the garage. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a snake in the garage.
Yeah.
And I get close. I'm like, that's a lizard tail. Where's the rest of the lizard? But the tail is moving. And I'm like, that means it popped its tail off to get away from something. And our litter boxes are always in the garage. So our cats are in the garage hanging. I'm like, oh boy, which cat? And I know it wasn't Amber because she was too big and fat to do anything. Sophia was scared of everything. I'm like, okay. Sure enough, I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. Next morning, I walk downstairs and I'm about to walk in the laundry room. And there, right between the laundry room door and the garage door, is this lizard half eaten. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a baby. I'm like, oh crap. I was like, I can't let the kids see it. Freaking Max brought in 3 more. And I tried hiding them from the kids, but the last one, the kids saw it. I was like, gosh darn it. I didn't want them to see it. But yeah, he was a lizard hunter for sure. And he brought him in. And every single time the tail was popped off because it scared the crap out of him.
God, there was like lizard corpses everywhere.
It's like, oh my gosh, Max, seriously.
He was a murderer. We called him a lizard killer. I mean, you just hunt. He would go back. I'm like, he's going to go take their kids out next. I mean, he was personal. It was a vendetta for this fucking cat.
Man, it was, yeah, he liked to hunt the lizards for sure.
You know, I thought about something, and people keep telling me to write a book, and I probably would. And these stories are just like some of the stories I would tell. Because whether you know it or not, I'm a storyteller. I think most people understand that.
Yes.
And I love being a storyteller. I love telling stories. But I think you and I could write a book. We've had a lot of things happen that are funny.
Well, people love our love story.
No, they don't. You love our love story, and you think they love it.
They ask about it every freaking year.
No,
and
you tell them about it every year. I haven't heard anyone ask about it. It's okay. Just they love it. One of the greatest things ever is we were laying in bed the other night. And of course we were naked. No, I'm kidding. And then no, that's not what happened. So we're sitting there and we talked until like 2 a.m.
Just talked
about how we first met and what it was like. It was awesome. It really was. It was
like the first time we met.
Really frustrating though. That I can't have you stay up for sex, but you'll stay up to talk about the first time we had sex. And I'm just sitting here going, it's funny how the clock has no meaning to you when you want to do something, but when I want to do something, the clock is like it's you can hear the clock, the moments tick off with the weight and severity of the finality of it all, because you're going to have to wake up 20 minutes early tomorrow. Oh, forbid. Oh, shut up, Ash.
Yeah,
stop your belly aching. We're going.
She's grumpy right now because we're still on the show.
All right, listen. Next week, we got to, okay, so Michelle, Okay, you are the booker. You're supposed to.
Yes, I don't know her name, Michelle. I can't pronounce her last name. Esquazi-Razi or something like that. I can't pronounce it. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have her pronounce it tomorrow so I can actually say it correctly.
I just did it. Okay, she's going to be on tomorrow. Next week, Damani Felder will be here. And I've got good news. I talked to Laura Logan today, and I gave her two options. I invited her over here to do the studio and go out to dinner, and also said we can do remote. And she didn't let me know which one, but she said absolutely. She's like, I just need to take a look at my schedule and make it happen. So we'll have Laura Logan on soon. We'll have Damani on next week for sure. And Charlie Kirk kind of threw a little bit into, we wanted to give people space and time. So we're going to start bringing guests back. But Damani will be on next week. He called me today. He's going to be on. And then Laura Logan will be on sometime soon. We'll have that too. Otherwise, I'm going to go. Thank you for a good show tonight. Sorry it's so late, but it was worth it. Liv, say goodbye.
Good night, y'all.
Yeah, we're going to bed.
Thank you for the donations. And I feel like my back is being squeezed right now. Whatever this sickness is, it's killing me.
My bad. Sorry about that.
You seriously?
What did you say?
I said, oh my God, seriously.
Dude, you don't know anyone like me.
Oh.
You are so fortunate. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm thinking about how lucky you are. And I'm just like, I envy you how lucky you are to be with me. It's great. I mean,
I could say that. They can look at this every day, but it doesn't look like this every day.
Yes, it does.
Wake up.
Olivia, you still look like you're fucking 20. I can pull up a picture and everyone's going to vomit. Everybody. Everyone's going to be like, they're going to hate you. You are literally a female Dick Clark. You don't age. I can pull up a picture. You look identical. Good night, everybody. We love you guys. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Good night. Peace.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy,
I guess.
and
I don't know what that means.
Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show.
We'll get you added to this, buddy. Got to get you on the list. There's a couple other people. We're going to do that hopefully
Honest,
tomorrow.
direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.